have quit Dota to stream. Admiral Bulldog.
I guess I'm saying the top most paid Dota people are the players, not the streamers.
But DI winners, I guess.
Yeah,
that's only 5 people.
But
right?
like Tarek makes more than like I think.
Yeah,
like,
Tarek's an anomaly. I think there's a lot of anomalies, but like
Sure.
Bulldog quit streaming to fucking or do a stream type. But BSJ, like everyone can monetize that way easier, like you said. And it's fucking sad for the gamers because you want to see Shroudy Rowdy get rowdy like Shroudy.
he did it.
He did it now.
Yeah.
But like Aiden said, he's a fucking joke.
Whoa,
You
Aiden said
did
that?
say
I
that.
didn't
Talking
say
about
he
my
was
guy
a
Shroud
fucking
like
joke.
that?
Bro, he
I
dead
didn't
ass.
say he was a fucking joke.
Do you remember when he said that?
I remember.
I didn't
it.
say
I'll
he
say I
was a
remember it
fucking
'cause
joke.
It's funny.
I said the Sentinels team that he was on was a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was saying that. I was
Okay.
mad because
Yeah.
they had like 2 game 3s. They won a game. Like they were doing good. They were decent.
Yeah, I think they overperformed. But you can't look me in the eye and tell me that signing Shroud was a play to become the best team in the world.
I can tell you honestly that signing Shroud was not a bad decision.
Yeah,
was- and I can
did
tell
I
you-
say it was a bad decision?
Yeah, but they could become the
Calling
best
it a
because it's
joke
Shroudy Rowdy.
is a bad decision.
It's
What?
Shroudy Rowdy could be the best.
Shroudy Rowdy is good.
Love Shroud.
Admit it. Admit
That he
admit
could
that
be the
Shroud is
best?
good at games. Admit it.
Yeah, of
I
course
know
he's
you
good
have-
at games.
I know you've been saying he isn't.
Shroud.
Shroud, I know you're watching this.
Oh
we all
my
think you're
God.
good, and this
Yeah.
guy Aiden McKeag thinks you're shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you to look me in the eye and tell me he's better than Ye.
Yeah.
Well, you're just smoking
Better
crack.
than
Shroud
sick.
fans, you're not going to convince us otherwise.
Better than Shazam.
Whatever.
Better than Tens. Oh, it said
Better than
that.
Shazam, better than Tens.
Mm-hmm.
I remember,
That's the mega.
dude. Oh my God, one of my favorite Mango moments, if we could share them, is it was when it was like a mafia during Summit like 8 or 9, and you had it's funny because Woogie messaged me this. Woogie is Mango's friend and mod, and he's a really funny guy. But it was basically like you were like playing Mafia the whole time, and you had said that someone was sus like the whole fucking for like an hour straight, and finally it revealed that they were sus, and you were still alive. And the whole group is like, oh my God, they are. And you just, you put your arms, you folded your arms, you were like, it was, oh my
I knew
God.
it. I knew it.
It was like a South Park character, dude. It's so funny.
There was a summit, recent one. I think it was like 10, maybe, where you maybe 9, because I think we were a little less closer, familiar. And you came up, and I was holding a red solo cup, and you looked in, and you saw water, and you looked up at me, and you said, "Why the fuck do you have water in your cup?" And I was like, "No," you said, "How come you never fucking drink?" That's what you said. And I was like, "What do you want me to tell you, man?" And you're just like, "You're never fucking drinking." And I was like, I'm like, what? You want like a real answer, or you want me to joke around with you? He's like, give me a real answer. I'm like, I got alcoholics in my family, and you pause, and you're like, "Fuck you, man. I want to make fun of you."
You can't make fun of the alcoholic.
I'm like, I can't make fun of you. Fuck you.
That's
I'm like,
just a good
I'm like,
close.
I don't know what to do for you.
Yeah. Yeah, you got,
I'm just drinking water. I'm drinking alive juice right
Wasted
now.
a red cup.
drink out of your hand.
Wanted
Only
to party.
so many of the red cups.
I realized I have the most like normal first interaction with you, and you absolutely do not remember it because it was at MLG Anaheim 2014.
Oh my God.
The day I started playing Melee.
And
tournament.
I came up to you at the tournament. I think it was after you won, and I had brought my Wii with me on the trip to get signed by people. And you signed my Wii, and it was the one we're playing on downstairs.
Oh,
Your
you still have
signature
it?
is still on the side of it.
You have a
yeah.
signature?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
That's the
it's
one
still
that you
on it.
saw Ludwig Jr. on.
Nah,
And I
don't
was fucking 17. I
Tell
might
him.
have been 16 at that tournament.
Can't
And that was the
believe-
first time I ever met you.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm older. I'm
Oh.
32.
We're the old guys.
Yeah.
You guys are older and taller than me.
What are you, 30?
I'll be 31 in a month or 2.
Fucking
December 12th.
You're always so close.
I'm so close though. 'cause
Every,
I
like,
know
4
it's
times.
early December.
Crazy
Yeah.
you even get that close.
He doesn't know even. Like the month of my birthday.
Come on, you know it.
Am I supposed to know it?
No, I don't. Not necessarily.
Have I ever been here for
Yes,
one of
you
your
are
party?
because we went skydiving on my birthday.
Fucking cutie conned me into that.
You jumped out of a plane on my birthday.
That's so sick.
Wait, you were afraid to climb the ladder and you went skydiving?
Yeah.
He was a nervous wreck.
I was taught. No,
Yeah.
I was terrified.
I mean, props to you for doing it. I wouldn't do it.
You were the only person who came down and you were immediately like, yeah, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah.
I actually would like to do it again.
You would?
I think the first time is like, it's like sex, right? It's not enjoyable. I think to get the full experience, you got to do it like again, right?
I think you're actually right because we went. That was my first time too when I went, and then like I've never had the chance to do this in my entire life, and then coincidentally got asked to do it a month later, and I went again. Second time was way better,
right?
Yeah. And this time you came.
and I
You got to do it like again, right?
I think you're actually right because we went. That was my first time too when I went, and then like I've never had the chance to do this in my entire life, and then coincidentally got asked to do it a month later, and I went again. Second time was way better,
right?
Yeah.
And this time you came.
And I slipped right in. Slipped. I put the harness on. It was super easy that time.
You're like, no, I got it.
Yeah.
Because the first time you're terrified, but I can see the second time you're just like, you know the deal. You're like, I can actually enjoy the fall.
How did she con you in? Because for some context, it's for my birthday. Cutie surprised me with skydiving with Aiden, Ben, and Mango, which I was like, that's a crazy trio that you've assembled.
You can't tell Cutie no. I think she's one of those people where I just like,
You did it for, here's the crazy thing. You did it for the Streamer Awards.
yeah.
She asked you for 2 months to show up to the Streamer Awards because you were nominated and ended up winning an award. And she asked you to go, and you're like, nah.
I like told her no like 8 times without telling her no. I was like, Cutie, I didn't know how to break it to her.
The second
like,
part is the problem
But
here,
the
by the way.
crazy, yeah, because his nose.
I told her no, but I just didn't like say
if
it.
you speak perfect Mango, those are all no's.
The way he says no is how far is it, and then she'll be like, oh, it's like 35 minutes from your house, and he'll be like,
He'll send an emote, and then he won't reply.
Yeah,
I have a great reason as to why I didn't go.
okay, why?
I don't know if I want to say it here.
Wait, why not? This is the perfect platform.
My godson's father killed somebody. So there was a whole jail thing.
Happy
and I
about
was
that?
okay,
Happy, Ludwig?
okay, no,
Happy you
I-
made
wow.
Mango say that?
I thought it was gonna be something. I thought it was gonna be something we could joke about.
And now, so I was like kind of bummed, felt bad for my godson. It was like right around that time. I was like, I don't want to go deal with these fucking streamers.
Yeah, that's
Is that
fair.
what you wanted? That was the result.
Abby?
It's like when Nick asked that one
I know,
guy. in the
I
fucking-
got nicked.
Yeah. So how
All right,
about
I'm
that?
never gonna get a red
Nice,
solo
man.
cup again. It's just funny that you were coerced to do skydiving, though.
Cause I was like, no. And she's like, you can just come and like, you could just be here. I was like,
That's the
'cause
trap.
I'm a birthday guy. Like, it's your birthday. I like to like try and celebrate. Like, if you want to do some stupid shit, I was like, I'll be there. And then she's there, and I'm like, well, I don't have shoes. And she's like, I brought shoes for you. This fucking, oh my
Yeah, no
God, dude.
excuses.
I
She
was
had a
like,
Mary Poppins bag of things. He's like, well, I need a beer.
she kept pulling everything I needed. I was like, I have heartburn. Pulled out Tums. I was like, she had everything covered. She did say the funniest thing. At least to me, it was really funny. I said like 5 things because so the Mango, when I'm saying no, is I ask a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like trying to like let you know. So I said like 8 things, and then I said something about like you having a small dick, and she ignored all of that and just put Staj. And it fucking killed me. I laughed for like 30 seconds. And she never responded to other questions. She just put a Staj.
Yeah. It's sad.
That's a funny interaction between you
Dick
two.
killed me.
Speaking of Mango, did you bring it? Did you bring my Switch?
No,
dude.
I'm like 50-50 if I put it in my bag.
That's
50.
pretty good.
50-50.
That's pretty good odds.
That's the best you could ask for.
I intended to bring it.
Better than
Where
Vegas.
is it? Where's the fucking message, dude? I messaged him this morning at like 8:30. I fucking He's like, please,
First time I woke
can you
up,
bring
dude.
my Switch? This is like the 5th time I've asked. and he's like, I think it would be so funny if I got on the podcast and I just didn't bring it again.
It would.
Right?
Yeah.
And he gets it.
And then I said, please, I'm begging you. I just want to play Breath of the Wild. I can't be asked to restart the game.
It has my save file on it too.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate the funniness of the situation.
Yeah, you get it.
But I would also like my Breath of the Wild save, but I don't.
You know what's funny is he sent me a message right after that said, Aiden wants a switchback, ... How many subs should I ask for?
I said, let's settle this once and for all. It might be down there. I don't remember.
My entire Switch friends list has now like accepted that when they see me online, it's just Mango. Like so many of them have asked about it now that they're like, oh yeah, Mango just like uses Aiden's Switch.
so
Dude, the best
funny.
part is he's using your card too.
Yeah.
I would ask him for his password. I'll mess him like, hey, I'll send you $50. Can you
Dude,
give me
that-
Pokemon or something?
That one message, you were like, it's like, hey man, I'm gonna need Mario Golf. Can I?
I've been good all year. I'm
You're
streaming
paying
this
attention
every
time,
to
too.
You
Every
always
time.
pays me back. You always pay me back.
I did pay you back. Yeah.
It's
Well,
also like he's probably gonna use it for stream. So if you say no, it's like he can go on stream and be like, so Aiden didn't want to give me Mario Golf.
Actually, the one time you were gonna buy Mario Golf, I think you told stream. He's like, I gotta ask Aiden for the password.
God, that's that.
It's so funny too because the weeks leading up to any big title release, you're like, I'm not gonna get it. I don't want to support Nintendo at anything. And you're like the Nintendo guy. You play every Nintendo game.
yeah, but I found the loophole so that they take his money.
Where you buy with
And
my
now mine.
card.
It's
Yeah.
the same thing.
No, it's not.
Aiden
No, it's
spends
not.
50, you send Aiden 50.
But he's using another 50.
He's just touching it. He has
Yeah.
to touch the
Nintendo
pull
doesn't.
on the
Nintendo
Patreon.
never touches his money.
My money's
this
safe.
way.
He's laundering it through you.
Yeah, it is. It's like ethical laundering.
Yeah.
That's
I did.
great.
I did give up and I bought Strikers. I realized that you can't defeat Nintendo.
It was kind
also
of-
that game,
Mid.
not even mid. The
Every
more I
game is
played it, I was
It's
like,
so bad.
it's garbage.
It's crazy.
I
how bad
really
it
wanted
is.
to like it, and then after like day 2, I was like, I can't lie to myself.
Me
You know,
and-
you're always in the honeymoon
Yeah,
phase
yeah,
at
yeah.
first. You're like, no, it's fine. We just gotta figure
Especially if
things
it's like
out.
doing well on stream and you're like,
After day 2, I was like, this game's trash.
Me and Aiden
Broke
are
my
at
heart.
some party and we're like dicing up Will Neff and someone else. Who was the other person?
It was Noah. 100 Thieves Noah.
Oh, okay. We're dicing up in the game. I've never played it before. The whole time, me and Aiden, I'm just like, so in this game, which one is it like? He's like, oh, it's like kind of like the Wii one, but it's worse in this way. And we're just like talking shit about the game and how bad it is
While we play
fucking
them.
him up.
while we fuck them up.
Yeah.
And they're just like jumping up and down, fucking
they're just
slamming
not
counters.
Nintendo gamers, but they're streamers. So Will always have like the hubris to be like, oh, dude, I played so much Strikers growing up. Like, I'm going to dust you guys. And it's like, dude, you're just not a
it was
Nintendo
exactly
gamer.
like that.
Nick is literally figuring, like, I'm talking to Nick. I'm like, yeah, so they swapped like the pass and shooting buttons. So you're going to like fuck up every
was
once
so
in a
weird
while.
at first.
And we're like fucking up plays and we're just like talking to each other and winning the game. Like, it's just like, yeah, oh, whoops. Like, I accidentally shot again in like the other half of the court. So it didn't even work. And then they get the ball and just like immediately give it back. Just happened over
What
and
a
over.
shit. They just keep making fucking shit games.
I
huh?
don't know
Nintendo's
what's
a
happening,
joke.
man.
Mario Tennis was good. The new Mario Tennis
That's
was actually
the
good.
best sports game
Yeah.
that they've made on
Really?
the Switch.
It was
Is it
actually
motion
really
Is
good.
it
control?
better? I feel like the GameCube one was fucking sick. Is it as good as the GameCube one?
It's good.
I think it's great.
The thing
yeah.
is, they keep releasing them with like no maps or anything, so it's so bare bones that by the time you're done playing it, it's good in like 8 months.
Like the golf one's getting good now.
The golf one has I heard so many courses.
Oh,
and
I
shit.
should
Yeah.
play that. I fucking loved Mario
Let's play
Golf
after.
on
I love golf.
64.
Do you have
shit
the
was good.
thing?
Golf's tight.
Yeah.
Because with Strikers, for example, like I played that one competitively. Like I used to,
yes.
I used to be like really fucking into that game. It was so much fun. It's a really great game.
Wait,
But
the GameCube one or the Wii one?
The Wii one, the Wii one's like Melee, and the GameCube one's like 64. It's actually really good
He's
too.
right.
I
He's
like how
right.
he says that you like used to be like almost pro at this, and then you're making fun of Will for losing to you. You were a huge
I was
sweat.
more- I was
Yeah,
more
but it's
doing
like
it.
it's like when winning in this game is like when somebody asks me to play Ultimate. I'm shit at Ultimate, but it's like I guess I just
It's
have
also
enough
funny to have
neutral.
someone.
fundamental
I
concepts
fucking
of
hate that.
It's just funny. No, it's funny to have someone describing why a game is bad and not even paying attention and still winning.
Quick tirade I do fucking hate because I'm associated with Smash.
Oh, here
that
we go.
I'll play Ultimate or NASB
Yeah.
or fucking Multiverses and I'll lose and they'll be like, what? I thought you were the Smash guy.
Why don't you just get fucking nice? Like, you do
I'll
have
train you in
fundies.
1 week for Ultimate, and you'll never lose
Yeah.
to
It
any
was
of them.
because like what happened is I played Multiverses sponsored on a keyboard and mouse because I couldn't get my controller connected against Hassan, and he was just side Bing with Superman, which is a command grab from the air.
That's tough.
And he was spamming it, and I was losing, and I'm
is tough.
getting fucking rolled by this political dumbass who's going, thought you were the Smash guy. Why am I beating the Smash guy? And then he tweets out about how he beats me. And it's like, what do you want from me? I'm on keyboard and mouse.
No.
I played Melee.
I got tagged in those tweets.
I tweeted
Even I got some of the aftermath.
It
of
was-
that.
check this
It was
out.
about this exact situation. Every Melee player has understood this. Is like I was seeing a girl at the time and she invited me over and her roommate wanted to play Smash with me because she just says I'm good at
You're
Smash,
good, yeah,
right? And that's all she knows. And there's this really common experience where you go over to somebody's house to play the game. They bust out a giant plasma TV, the newest version of Smash that you barely play.
4
and
seconds
then-
of lag.
And then they beat you with like Palutena and Nair, and they were like, I thought you were good at this
No,
game.
no. Fuck
Oh,
this. Fuck
dude.
this. My best win ever may be Graves from Canada.
From
But-
Washington.
Oh, sorry. My best
Hold on,
win.
wasn't he actually? He just got ranked.
Graves did get ranked.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
the
Number
ninth
9.
best player in Washington, you say?
The ninth best player in
Does
Washington.
that kind of makes you around 8? I'd
Maybe
say.
the best, Falco. Who knows? Either
Yeah.
way, that may be my best win. But I have never ever lost the casual gambit ever.
Ever?
Never. I have clobbered dates.
I have.
I don't give
I
a
have
fuck.
also never lost.
I
it.
brought this
It's
girl.
just useless.
This
I lost.
And you.
I lost a Mizkif. I almost fucking killed myself.
I didn't hold on. I've never
real.
lost to my date
No,
when they
okay.
finally
I
asked
know
to
what you're
play.
saying, but like
Yeah.
they like they're
I didn't
friends,
get a
like
date
they're
with
good.
Miss.
But basically, I brought a date home, and I told her about. I will talk about like Smash, and I'm like, so this guy Mango, he's like really good, but like sometimes he drinks a lot. It's crazy, and I'm like, oh wow, that's
Only
so
at 4
interesting.
tournaments, though.
Yeah, only at 4 tournaments.
Only have 4.
And then she's like, I'm pretty good. I remember this clear as fucking day. She played Luigi. And I'm like, okay.
So
And
she killed people on the side.
And she boots up the game. It's Melee. It's like 20XX at the time because Uncle Punch was it out. Boom, we go straight to Battlefield. Quick clobber, done. She was so bummed out. She literally thought that she had it. And I was like, no. Like,
Dude,
You got
don't.
to let him know one time.
You let him know.
I did do the opposite one time. We were playing Melee for the Tempe Late Night for our improv group in college. And we were just doing like solos and I was kind of beating people. And then I was like, let's do 3v1 for fun. And they beat me. And then I got like kind of like fired up about it. I was like, let's do $20, run it again. Because their whole game plan was have Samus in the background do a charge shot
That's
and then kill me.
classic.
Yeah.
So I adapted game 2 and I just beat them and they're like, run it back. And I beat them like even like harder. It was like a 3 stock. And then the next day, Forbes, who like created the club, he like pulled me aside during like one of the rehearsals and he was like, dude, like really just don't appreciate you hustling us.
Wow.
I was like, I didn't hustle you. I
What
just
a weenie.
I got better and beat you guys. He's like, if you needed $40, you could have just asked. I was like, that's not what happened.
dude, that's hype.
That is really
That
funny.
is-
Did you play Puff?
I think I played Fox.
Yeah.
No, he did
Puff's
Puff's
way too
3v1.
hard.
Yeah.
Fox can do 3v1.
That was my favorite way to like try in practice is all of my, because I lived in like a really small town and nobody would get into competitive Smash with me. So it's either drive really far to go play and practice with good people, or I could get my friends to play like casually with me. And we do that like 3v1 in the basement, and then they could turn team attack off. So they couldn't even hit each other. And that was really fucking hard for
Yeah,
a
to
while.
sweat
Because
it.
like when they
Yeah.
don't even have to worry about hitting each other, it feels like almost impossible.
Do you think that even helped?
Hmm?
Like get better? Do you think it helped? Or was it just the competitiveness?
I think competitiveness
just
more
having a
than
goal.
anything,
The
right?
Something
tiny
kinda hard.
domino is that, and the big domino is you 1 hit away from beating Kadoran.
Yeah, that was the start and that was the end.
Yeah.
That's my peak in Melee. Is like almost beating Kadoran at a SoCal
Cho-
local,
choking
and not
it
even, and
against
just
Kadoran.
choking. Yeah,
You know, my speaking of casual shit, in high school, I think I made no joke like over $200 on people like being like, "Hey, I heard you're really good at Smash," because everyone knew I was like, because I won Pound 3 and I won Pound 3 when I had just turned 16,
So your sophomore year.
my sophomore year. So I was I'm actually a child prodigy, and no one ever likes to talk about it.
I actually believe that.
No, you were. I guess I don't think of it like that.
Fun fact: I went 2-2 at my first ever tournament, and then my next tournament I beat a ranked player, and then on the first ever ranking I got ranked 23rd. SoCal used to be 25, in my first like 2 months.
Jordan.
Yeah, I remember fucking.
remember it was Jace at 25
Jace
for every
26,
year. Liz
26.
is much later.
It was 26.
Oh, he was the
They
the
in
gatekeeper.
2015, they extended it to 26, and it was Jace. It was so funny.
He was always the gatekeeper to the PR.
So you just would money match them?
So yeah, so everyone knew I was good because I won Pound 3. Fun extra fact: I accumulated over like 10K in my savings in high school.
That's like
Whoa, from
crazy.
Smash.
Because like think about it, I have no bills, so it's like I win a tournament, 400, 500. I'm going to tournaments every weekend. and it just added up. So towards the end of my senior year, I had 10K.
Oh, you count fucking.
That's actually nuts.
You count 4-leaf mango wins too.
Yeah, teams.
Yeah,
In
you weren't losing. You weren't losing anything.
No, we were
You were
farming.
winning everything.
Me and
you were
Joey
winning
would
every
win like
singles. Oh shit.
we
dude.
split like $500 in teams, and I'm in 15. You get $250.
That's everything.
When I went full time streaming, I had like 7K, and I was like, good enough.
That's walking to 7-Eleven for like 2 months.
And then I made like $200 because people would be like, I'm like, I'll show up to your house after. Then I get there and then it's funny. They're like, want to play 64 or something. I
Yeah.
just smoke them
Same,
anyway.
same shit happened. It
Yeah.
was like the tech guy at my job. He was like, because I went to Evo and I was like talking about Evo. He's like, oh, you play Smash? I'm fucking sick. Same shit, but it was 64 with items. And I was like, all right.
You fuck them up?
I played Kirby. I know the fuck. I read one fucking post about the best
owned 'em.
characters. Yeah.
Do you
It was
remember
great.
who that first ranked win was?
Me, his name was Blitz.
I don't know.
He played Peach.
You remember Evil Nemesis?
I do Luigi.
Yeah. He's a
I'm
good
still
guy.
friends with him on Facebook.
Let's go. That's Luigi.
Do you know New Age people? Like, do you know who Graves is?
Raves? No, that name doesn't ring a bell.
What about like, I guess you know Zamu.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. I think it just takes like is he? Do you know Casper?
Oh, Casper.
Yeah, so you know SoCal
SoCal.
people.
So it's just
yeah.
regional people
I
who are
think
good.
most people would know
Casper
Graves,
threw up on my
unfortunately.
child's bench.
Why?
I had a Halloween party.
Wait, I
and
remember that. I was there for that.
you were misty and I
Lauren
hated
got
you.
mad at him.
Well, you can't throw up on my
Oh.
son's bench.
That's fair.
Yeah, honestly, Fairy's
He got
mad.
fucked up.
Dude.
And then we put him in my couch upstairs and he threw up all over my floor.
Yeah.
I was like, Gio, I'm
Shit.
never inviting your friends over again.
He's the ninja of SoCal.
Yeah, Gio just kept getting lit up because he invited him.
Yeah.
and-
Oh wait, am I thinking of the
No,
wrong guy?
that was not Ninja. Clear that. It was Bagels.
That was Bagels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bagels.
my bad.
Bagels on his like first time drinking.
Yeah, he's puked
That's
in
when
my
you were
house.
getting bigger as a streamer and we were playing beer pong. Do you remember what you said?
No.
He's like, can I get a re-rack champ? And I was just like, I fucking hate you.
You called him
That's
champ?
bad.
You
No,
said
no,
re-rack
no.
champ.
Pog champ, re-rack champ.
Oh,
Yeah, he
that
was.
is-
Yeah.
Oh my
And
god.
he's dressed as Misty, and I'm like, I'm never invited.
Oh,
I'm
the
like,
Misty show. Yeah.
yeah. Can I get a
Yes.
re-rack champ?
Okay, that's
And I'm
actually
like, what the
based.
fuck?
Let's bring back Misty. That's
You
what I've been
doing it
thinking.
as Misty is freaking
Guys saying
based.
things at any champ though.
I was like, why is this guy in my party, dude? Like,
Well, I
fucking A.
remember one of the first times that I realized streaming could be very lucrative is when Smash Ultimate came out, and you had grinded streaming Smash Ultimate because it was like an influx of viewership. And I had this idea for an event that I was doing with the Reeds that was like the holiday party, and we're streaming it on your channel, and I had to log in on your channel, and because I was setting it up, I was basically
I
producing
remember
it.
this. It was me and you in the car
Yeah.
on the way to
And
this.
we're driving there, and I have to I have a laptop. I'm like, can you give me the login? And he's like, all right, here it is. Yeah, I log in. And then you send one message, and you're like, check how much a real streamer makes.
No, it wasn't Mango. It was Scar who said that.
No, it was Mango.
Was it?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound like a Scar thing.
It was
think
Mango.
it
And he
sounds
said,
like a me
Mango,
thing.
and he said, check how much a real streamer makes. And then we looked, and our eyes
Yeah.
widened like
Yeah.
we saw buried treasure. We were like, because you had been making like, it was like 20K in a
Yeah.
month. And I was,
It was 26,000
Yeah.
XXX. I
Back in the
remember.
day, that was
it's still insane.
The ultimate few months, everybody was eating, dude.
Yeah.
Leffen had over 10K subs. HBox had over 10K subs. Everybody hit the mark.
I made
feel
like 2K that month, and I was like, dude,
Yeah.
you can make that much?
That changed a lot.
It changed.
You can, man.
It changed.
that sparked the fire in your eye. You're like, I want to make real money.
Dude, do you remember Neighborhood P?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Legend.
One of the funniest, this is a Neighborhood P story
I remember
because those
rolling
are
up.
banned,
I
but
remember rolling up to locals and like there's always someone who would. It was kind of like Dr. Mario's never stronger, longer town. It was kind of like that. People would be like, Neighborhood P hit a guy.
You hit like 3 people.
and then he was giving
You
sex
beat
tips
him
on his
and
Facebook.
you ran away.
Dude, Casper, one of the funniest things I've ever seen, I think, in Melee was him and Evo. It was the last Evo that had Melee at it, like 2018. And Casper's in pools. It's like super early. I'm in my pool too, and there's like no one really around, but he's playing his pool match, playing against some poor soul who doesn't really play the game. Casper's just four-stalking this person in their tournament set, hitting his vape, and just blowing it like a madman.
Smoke screen?
Yeah, hitting the smoke
He's
screen
hitting the
real quick.
smoke screen. And then he beats in the first game, four-stocks this guy, and this guy's like, and I was watching the set, he's like, hey, could you like not vape when we play? And he's like, oh yeah, bro, I'm sorry. Four-stocks him again. And that was it. And I'm like, God, he's just the coolest guy there ever
That's
was.
badass.
It'd be cooler if it wasn't a vape. I feel like vapes aren't cool.
Yeah, it was in that
Well, it's cool if you're
degenerate
winning.
way.
If
Yeah,
you're winning,
maybe.
it's cool. If you're
Yeah, that's
losing, you're a
fair.
douche.
Okay, let's talk about Australia real quick, Mango.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about Australia.
Oh,
You
yeah.
guys talked about it on the pod, I think, with Max and Chad a bunch.
Yeah.
You're the final piece of the puzzle.
Let me hear it.
Everyone
What?
was
I
trying
want
to
to hear your perspective of the events of the Australia night that where we were all going out.
What do you want to hear?
Like your, what do you remember
Give
about
us a
going to the
timeline.
bar?
Okay, so
10:01 p.m.
So if you're wondering why I was so drunk, it's not because I'm a lightweight. Because during the tournament, I had drank 2 little things of vodka. So I was probably like,
What's a little thing when you do this?
like the little personal bottle.
Oh,
Like
you
the
drank
little-
2 bottles?
Like
Yeah.
a 350.
The tiny bottles.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Not like the
Okay.
little
Not
ones.
the shot
You're
bottles,
just
but
making.
It's probably a 150.
It's like this big.
Okay.
Like you hold it like this.
Oh shit, that's a lot. Isn't that a lot? A
Yeah.
lot?
vodka.
A vodka.
Holy.
So I had 2 of those.
It's probably 150.
Why I
right?
lost to Zane. I'll stand by that.
Is this tourney 4?
Huh?
You said
No,
there was
but
4
I'm not
tourneys you
drunk,
drank at. You had 2 little bottles of
No, but he wasn't like fucking Seinfeld.
Well, I guess it
sweater
was
drunk.
after the event.
4
when
and a
I
half.
say wasted, I mean like how I was in the duck. Like
Okay.
that
Where
kind
you're
of
like
shit.
laying on the floor and shit.
I've won tournaments like hungover because I drank a lot the night before,
Okay.
but never like during the event. Fun side story. Can you guess the year of my last tourney I won on like 4 hours of sleep, wasted as fuck, hungover?
Guess the year.
2019, it's pre-COVID.
No, fuck no. The people
Was
game
it,
was too
oh,
hard.
it was Summit,
Which one?
the one you beat Zane.
No, I wasn't. No.
Hmm.
I slept good. It was Big House 6 against Armada. That one.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh yeah, that
we
makes
were
sense.
fucking
That was a good
degenerate.
one.
I slept 2 hours every night. Me and Shab fought manure.
What? Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Speak to that.
In
You,
old
like,
Dearborn, Michigan,
Punch
huh?
shit.
No, we were wrestling in manure.
Yeah.
Like you were wrestling each other in manure.
We was on the way home. We started talking shit, and we just
dude, I thought it was
ended
like
up.
sentient manure, and they're like, "Shit, we gotta take this
Dude.
down.
Shep, we've got to save the
This
world.
shit's getting out of control."
What was the beef over?
We just fought. This was during the fighting era.
Oh yeah.
So even
I
if you
see.
look at my knuckles in that video, they're all fucked up.
there,
So
I,
that was like the last time I won a tournament, like before everyone got way too good.
When's the last time you seen Shab?
I saw him like 2 weeks ago.
I love Shab.
He's
I
great.
love. I remember when me and Shab like actually started like talking more and hanging out. He was telling me he's like I'm pretty good at Mario Striker. He was saying he was really good at Mario Striker, like the best.
We used to play a lot.
And I was like, I'm pretty good at Mario Strikers. And he's like, no, me and Mango, you don't understand. Like, me and Mango have played so much. I'm like, we should play. Like, I've played a lot too. And he's like, you don't know anything about the Shab shot. And I was like, don't tell me the Shab shot is like going to the corner and just shooting
Exactly
from
what
halfway.
it
And he's
is.
like, yeah, it's a Shab shot. And I'm like, everyone knows about it. You
Everyone
can't just
knows
call
about
it the
that,
Shab
dude.
shot. He's like, you don't understand.
it's the Shab shot.
If I didn't call it the Shab shot, Mango would have called it the Mango.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I get
He
that.
beat me to it.
Yeah.
He did beat him to it. And to be fair, he does run that shot a lot.
Yeah, it's the
It's
best
just
shot in the
it's
game.
just a
It's great.
50-50. It's just
You
a
get
coin flip.
Waluigi in the corner, fucking charge it.
Use an
Pull it,
item and then it's
sparks.
Yeah.
All right, so you
You took two vodkas,
Oh, so
two
Australia.
vodkas to the
And-
dome.
Wait, another last quick story because it's a classic. That tournament, Big House 6, I drank 3 Red Bulls without realizing it, and my heart was like beating, and I got dizzy. And I go to Toffel, I'm like, Toffel, I drank too much Red Bull, and he goes, oh, he's like, take a shot of vodka. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, he's like, take a shot of vodka. And I'm like, well, he's like, yeah, no, it'll bring you down. And so I scoured the venue for someone who had vodka. I took it, instantly went down, and then I went on to win the tournament.
This is not medical advice, by the way.
Just a
You're
great
watching.
coach.
My heart was, I thought I was going to pass out.
and then take a little magnesium the next day.
Let magnesium
We were
is good
good.
for your brain.
Okay,
A little
so-
backroom chemistry. Love that.
Back to Australia. So I had drank 2 of those during the tournament
On Sunday.
on Sunday.
Okay.
No, that's why I got 6-0'd by Zane. Shoulda, if I drank just 1 bottle,
You beat him.
I think
That's right.
I win the tournament, but sometimes that happens.
I think it was
So-
important for you to lose that one. It made this one even better.
Yeah, no, I needed to. That's always how it goes. But so I had the 2, so I was already good. I don't know how many shots that is. It's probably like 4 to 8, my guess. I don't know. So I'm already like drunk, and then the one the cold ones guy.
Yeah.
That's when we started chugging.
Chad, big guy.
And then we just kept chugging and chugging. And then I like when I get drunk, I mean, you've seen me really drunk. I'm usually like, if I'm drunk and you're like, hey, like, I'll just like be like, oh, okay. Like, I'm never belligerent. Like, I can handle being drunk. But I was like, fuck it. I'm in Australia. Fuck it. I'm going to kick it back to like 19-year-old Mango. I'm like, I'm not going to give a fuck if I want to get into a fight. If I want to get kicked out, I don't care. So that was my mentality going in, which I'm pretty sure showed.
You achieved.
I remember. I told this in the other episode, but there was someone who like I was walking in the street somewhere, and like some person I didn't know came up, and they were like, "You know Mango, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "You got to come with me." And I went into this bar, and you're just sitting there, and these 2 dudes just talking to you, and you're not listening to a word they're saying. and they're just like talking to you about like you being Mango and how that's cool. And I walk up and I'm like, Mango, what's up? You good? And the only thing that your NPC dialogue could say to me was, "Where's Joey?"
I needed Joey.
And you're like, "Where's Joey? Where's Joey?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna go get you Joey," and that's what I did.
No, I was by the end I was gone. I kind of browned out in the middle until I saw like videos.
Doesn't brown out mean you shit yourself?
Yeah,
No.
that's what I know it as.
No.
Brown out means blackout.
Blackout's when you can't remember what happened.
Brownout is like
pieces.
the halfway point where you remember bits and
He's
pieces.
watched Always Sunny.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought that would be like you passed out, but also you poopy.
That's just the term.
So they were so shocked, Max and Chad, because they kept looking at me because you kept trying to fight me at the bar. You remember
I didn't
trying
wanna fight
me?
you.
Why'd you want to fight me so bad?
What do you mean?
What do
What do you mean?
Look
what do
at
you
you,
mean?
dude.
I love because like I think I love you sober. I can say that, but the drunker I get,
I love you too.
I cannot explain how much I hate you. Like when I get drunk, I just like actually do not like you.
Why?
I don't know if it's like chained to Friday or like your face or like.
I know what it's chained to. It's chained to the first time we fought.
So maybe this, and then you always keep bragging about choking me out. So I think when I get drunk,
I don't brag
I
about
like-
it. I hate that. I hate that happened.
does-
You're me right
he
now.
does
You're
say
me
it-
right now. Oh,
He
me.
does say it somberly, like
He's
he
so
doesn't.
casual about it,
No,
like
no,
it's-
no. Like he doesn't like it's something he has to do.
It's like a demon. That's when I realized I could never kill a man.
you didn't have it in you.
Because I don't have it in
Don't
me.
have that dog in you.
Who owes who money right now?
I owe him like a shit ton.
He owes me like 15K,
What?
We owe him like 10K from a tournament.
a go kart,
Oh,
I owe him a go-kart too.
and like 600 subs.
Yeah.
Oh, from the Mario Kart competition, right?
Yeah.
oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. I always say it's funny how at LACS you had won that, and then we owed you like $8,000, and then you just lost the balance
Dude, that was
gambling
bad.
with.
I actually was like, I felt like stake.com.
yeah, dude, yeah.
I had the ability to online gamble because I had this partnership to do online poker and they had a casino.
Lost
And I
it
never
all.
took a sponsor for it, but I would definitely gamble on the side. And it was a problem. And when we would do Megalithic Fridays, like we'd not have a game after a while. It'd be like, oh, what do? We already did Birio. And then Meg would be like, maybe we gamble? Or like, maybe we gamble.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
he doesn't have like a credit card or whatever. That's what you'd always say. You're like, I don't have a credit card.
Well, no, because I've always said I have a worse gambling problem than I do drinking. Once I
Right.
once I start gambling, dude, I know myself. I
Which
just
is funny because you're very like, from what I understand about you, is you're very frugal. You don't spend a lot of money on like regularly random shit.
no, I like to save money.
Yeah.
So gambling's like, or I'll just drop like 10, 20K. Because it's like, I can't explain something about gambling. I think I'm competitive. And I'll lose and I'll be like, no. I like,
See, I'm like Mango. Don't you get it?
Yeah.
I'm the.
You are the same.
Yeah, we're
What
the
you said
same.
has been true all
Yeah,
along.
you're like the Mango of punting 20K.
How down are you lifetime? You think?
honestly, overall, everything, I'm probably slightly down. I'm not super down.
Really?
What?
That's
Yeah.
great.
I've had some heaters.
Really?
Love that.
What's the most you've walked away with winning?
In a session, I think at one of the Evos, I started with like 200. I turned that 200 in like 18 grand.
Whoa.
That's a Destiny fan run.
That was
great. That is
the-
Without the
That's
sad ending.
Yeah.
That's the good
That is
ending
a
of the
good
Destiny
ending,
fan
yeah.
run.
That's fucking crazy.
That's great.
It was a heater. I
That is
could
like a
not lose.
Rolex.
And there was one time me and Tafo had a 4-hour layover in Vegas, and I turned 200 in like 8 grand
That's crazy.
in the 1 hour layover.
That's so
They,
tight.
they had to
saves
bring
you.
out the cronies because they thought I was cheating. I was
Just
like, I'm
playing
just feeling,
blackjack?
I'm like drunk. I'm like, nah, man, I'm just feeling it, like being loud and annoying. And I'm like, watch this. And
Wait,
I
are
hit
you in
like
the
20.
airport still? Like, are you on the slots?
No, we went to the
Oh,
strip
you
because
okay,
we had 4
okay.
hours.
Oh, 4 hours.
I was like, fuck it, let's go gamble for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I just I remember because I had access to the gambling. I would play two hands, and the left hand would be Mango, the right hand would be me, and I owed him like 9K from a tournament, and it slowly sank away, and I just basically made you gamble all your money away,
Yeah,
and then I never had to pay you
Yeah,
because I fronted the money.
that's fucked up.
which was good
You
because
know what you were doing.
we never got the W9, so it was
Friday
fine.
came around, it sounds like we need the W9, we need to pay him, and I was like, don't worry, I got this.
Yeah, I'm down to gamble it because I hate W9. So I'm like, either I turn this into 30K, and I'll proudly sign that W9,
You know what's
or it
funny?
just never existed.
Tafo messaged me. He's like, I have Mango's W9 if you need it.
He
I
does
was like,
have it.
Okay.
He needs to send it to SmashCon.
Do you
right
do
now.
that with other people that's not me? Because you like to do your little bank thing. You like to use humans as banks.
Yeah, because what if I go broke? I have a go-kart here.
Well, that's what I mean. If you go
You
broke,
take
you
that.
got
I'll make
10K
a
to
comeback.
go
Dude, this
kart.
is like Bank of Squid. There was like an Evo where Squid kept offering, like, for some reason Squid just had all his money in his bank account, and he kept going around to people who had just completely cashed out at a table, or like bankrupted at a
You
table,
loan him?
and being like, Hey, I've got money. I can Venmo you. You want to Venmo me? I'll give you cash right now. And he kept calling himself the Bank of Squid. And he just wanted to see people continue to lose money. He thought it was really funny.
Any markup?
So he was going, no. Just one-to-one. Like, he just offered to give you the money in cash if you Venmo'd him.
That's
and he just kept
cold-blooded.
doing it over and over and over because
Yeah,
he thought it was so funny that all these Smashers... Because Squid used to talk about people being raw and how he thought
Oh
it was
my
so
God,
funny.
I forgot about Squid.
And so, like, whenever
yeah.
someone would, like, lose in a Melee set, he'd come over and be like, oh, they're so raw. And he, like, loved it. He's like, this is their truest form. He kept going over to people and just being like, oh, look how raw he is. Like, Paul's down 20K.
Evil. That's evil Squid.
That's fucked up.
He's in
Yeah.
Canada
Evil.
now.
It is evil.
But
Yeah.
it's like also nothing's in it for him.
Yeah,
No, he's evil.
ju-
That's
just
pure
want-
evil.
Well, he
Yeah.
also just wants action.
It's
I'm
like
sure he'd
it's
be
like
happy
when the
if they went up.
casino offers you a player's card and like offers you hotel rooms and shit. They just want you to keep losing. That's all they
Keep
want.
playing, baby.
They're like, hey, I can help you, bro.
That's what Chad was saying. He's like, I took like some casino for 100K and they want it back. So I'm like lifetime get free rooms there. And
Yeah.
he's like, I'm never gonna gamble there. Teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I will say Chad bought me a $2,000 room when I was in Australia that I stayed in for 6 hours because we were out until like 2 a.m. and I had a flight at 8 a.m. And it was a penthouse of the Crown. And the only thing I did there is I slept and then I did a butt shower
Yeah.
in the bathtub.
Yeah.
That was
Wait,
it.
is Chad the big guy?
Chad's
Yeah.
a big guy.
Do you
Chad-
think he looks like you?
No.
No, he's
No,
not.
That's
no,
a
no.
fat
He's-
bearded misconception of
Dude,
the
I
world.
feel- no, I feel
Everyone
like-
thinks we look the
I
same,
feel
but I'm
like you guys
sick
are
of it.
super
No,
similar.
that's a
You
good
are
point.
so bad
I
at
actually,
this.
I'm on Johnny Sins' side.
Fuck you
What?
guys.
Someone
on Johnny
asked if
Sins'
he was
side.
the
I'm
porn
on
star
Andrew
Johnny
Tate's
Oh, I
side.
get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because he came out and the one guy didn't want to let Joey into the bar because Joey was walking around with a beer bottle
That's a
'Cause he
no-no
had-
in Australia.
because he had just got back from Vegas. He's like, no, I'm just, I'm used to just walking around. And the guy didn't want to let him in. And then Chad came out, and then Chad gave the security guard like $300. He's like, all right, you can go in now.
That was baller.
Yeah, that was badass.
Yeah. He was-
Chad's okay.
It
in my
was
book.
cool to see like a equal rival, like a Naruto Sasuke of chugging beer.
I'm up
Yeah.
2-1. That's
You
all
are
I'm saying.
2-1.
I remember there was like cup versus bottle meta being discussed.
Yeah.
No, you have to ask Joey like the way I talked to Joey because we chugged out of the cup and I pulled Joey aside and I was drunk. You know how drunk I was.
Yeah.
Really shit. I'm like, Joey, I think I could train for 100 years and I don't think I could chug faster than that, man. I was like, dude, he's like, I think I'd have, I'm like, I'm going to buy a glass. I'm going to practice at home. And like, I don't know, something about like the angles, the way he was able to, I want to do like, you got to ask Joey, like a whole deep thing where I was like,
This is how like I feel playing you in Melee.
Yeah.
I just
Oh.
admitted
Yeah.
defeat and I was like, I just got to stick him to bottles, I guess. I got to somehow, I
will
can't
say-
beat him in the glass.
I've only seen one person chug faster than Chad, and it's Ben.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of
Ben
a
has
glass?
it like that?
Ben is
I don't know about a glass.
he's an animal.
He's a
No,
bottle
I don't think
chugger.
anyone, I could not
Glass,
imagine
I guess I don't
faster.
know.
Because
But-
that one in Australia, they have like the weird, there's like a thing in the middle.
Right.
Their
Ben-
glasses aren't like us. I
Ben
think
just
he's
chugs as fast as liquid pours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just
He's like
He-
trying to
he does
suck
the
it so it comes
the
out
tornado,
faster.
yeah.
He's trying to clean it dry.
Ben's a miracle worker.
yeah.
He's like, he is the,
It's beautiful.
he is the, what's her name? I fucked up the
He
joke.
wanted to play Melee.
He wanted
The
to?
deaf woman.
He's
And
big.
Fortnite.
Which one?
The big two.
Yeah, he wants to game with me all the time.
Yeah, he's down. He games a lot.
I love Ben. He's
great.
he reminds me of old school Melee.
I feel bad because Ben always asked me to game. Well, I guess people in general always ask me to game, but I just never game off stream ever.
Now you been.
Well,
you've been
recently
playing
you've been
Valorant.
queuing Valorant.
Yeah, this has been
always-
weird. Valid?
I've had a weird, I don't know why, I've had a weird Valo kick, and the season is ending, and I think that's why.
I think
And I
it's
just
'cause-
want a diamond rank before
I
end of
think it's
season.
because Cutie's been busy.
Yeah, she's just been
That's
gone.
been
So you
my-
have time.
He
my
has some free
game
time like the
theory.
rest of us?
Maybe.
That's literally, I mean, that's what I was like. Oh, she's like, he like doesn't.
She's
you
also
know,
been here when I've played. I guess she was a bit
Oh,
sick
the
though.
past couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
true.
it's just also I have a goal for diamond by end of season,
Yeah.
and so I have
You
like
put
3
time
days.
into
You're
it.
close, right?
I'm like plat 2,
That's
33
gaming.
RR.
One time I asked Mango, I was at a summit, we were filming something, and I was like, "What's the one game that if like Melee didn't exist, would you play like the most? Like
League.
you would go for?" And he said, "CS:GO."
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't know
true.
that? You're not a
You
Mango
used to
fan.
say I could go pro in League.
I could have.
I don't think you've ever said I could have gone pro in CS.
Well, because I never played that much.
Okay. You played
See-
more League than CS?
Oh, that's surprising. Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The thing is, I will not solo
Mega
queue
fan.
CS.
Mega fan.
So,
'Cause,
solo queuing CS is horrible.
I will not. So I've
No.
only played 5-stack. I only in Go, I have like under 2K hours. I don't have as many as I like. I would love, if I ever got a genie, one of my wishes would be to make 10 mangoes and make them all just play one game.
Oh, Kagebushi no Jutsu?
10K Rocket League, 10K CSGO, 10K Dota.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to ask, like, do you have any sort of, how do I put this? Like, what's your understanding of what makes you able to be so good at Melee in particular? Or do you think it's something that you could transfer to any game if you wanted to?
I think once you get good at one thing, you know, like the grind to get there.
Sure.
But I think Melee's so expressive, and the reason like games like League will make me mad is like I can only be so expressive in a game like League, at least to my understanding of how good I got. It always felt like I had to follow the meta here, do this, like, whereas Melee, you can just fucking chuck some shit in, you know, and make it work. Because I played League Season 2. I was 2000. This is before like the ranking system is so weird.
When they had LP.
Yeah, I got to 2300.
That's good.
And HBJ beat Team Curse at the time. We beat him in like a little scrim thing.
What's HPJ?
Happy birthday, Johnny.
Oh,
that's our team name. So we were good. I was playing like League 18 hours a day.
Let's enter a League phase again.
No.
You don't know about Team Clint?
No, dude.
No, I didn't get fucking invited to this thing. I messaged Clint. I was all mad about it.
Get back into
gear.
No, I messaged Clint. I was like, get me on your
said
team.
you were a captain.
He said, that's what he said. No one told me I'm a captain.
No, I think we'll only do a little bit.
Yeah,
I think
we'll just,
keep it. We'll keep it in
Remember
check.
in college,
this time,
we were
dude.
doing like heroin. Like,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Okay.
What,
a
League?
Yeah, they're saying a
I'm
League
down to
phase,
play 18
like,
hours
dude,
a day.
Let's play a little League.
When
Let's get
that
League
month,
phase.
everyone was worried about me. Everyone when
I
yeah,
was
your
worried
league
about
arc
you,
was
bro.
fucked up.
It was great.
I would see you
I
on
was
the
so
stream and he's like,
happy.
he's playing League. Fuck, man, like 700 viewers. Like this can't be good.
Hey, well, I was averaging like 1.1K.
Hey.
Let's get something straight here. I was hitting quad digits for League.
I will say the most contentious part of our friendship is when I thought I won the league bet and he thought he won the league bet.
I was gonna throw hands.
Because he was like, he messaged me one day out of the blue. He's like, I want to play league, but I need to be hype. Make a bet with me. And I'm like, fine, you have to hit this rank by this day. And he's like, all right, bet. And then he fails. And he's like, give me like a little more time. I'm like, all right, I'm giving you exactly one more week. And I think it was like on a Tuesday or something like that. He's like, all right. And then Tuesday hits and like, it's mathematically impossible. Like I talked to Cutie and she's like, okay, he is like silver 2. He needs to hit gold. There's no universe he can do it without like playing 20 games and he'd have to win all of them. I'm like, oh, I win. And then Friday rolls around. He hits it by that Friday. He like pops off on stream. He's like, yeah, I won the bet.
No, you know when I got it at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
You know how many gifted subs I got?
How many?
10. Because it was 5 a.m.
No one's watching.
If I was really content pilled, I would have waited to the next day. I'm getting at least the easy hundo.
Yeah.
But it was 5 a.m. I was fucking, dude, I was playing like,
It was bad.
I was playing like 16 hours a day. Lauren hated it.
Yeah, obviously.
There was no sex having.
'Cause it's
I
also-
had not one horny bone in my butt. Like I just wanted to play
Only
League.
League.
Just suffering.
League does remove your testosterone.
It does.
Scientifically.
It's weird though, because I'm like looking at Miss Fortune's titties, so I'm like, you know, like yeah.
There should be something there.
But then I'm like, deep down, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like she could have full, like you know, it's like it didn't matter. But I would literally go, I remember it was sad one day because JoJo was getting up for school or something, and he's like, "Oh, Daddy, you're up early," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm up early." So I just had to lie to him. I was like, "Yeah, I just woke up a little
You know
while ago."
me.
Yeah, kid. Just want to see you off.
Up and at 'em. Early bird gets the
I
work,
would
kid.
wake up and feel terrible. Like, I gotta send you the picture later. Have I ever showed you my League guys?
I think so.
I'll find them right
Yeah.
now. And I would literally play 16 hours a day, wake up, and be like this in bed. You know what I would do?
But
I go turn my computer on and queue a game right away, and just feel like shit. And then I would play like 7 games off stream, and then I would turn my stream on and just do it nonstop.
you don't regret it?
I loved it.
You don't sound like you loved it. You're describing
This
it.
is every
and
League player.
Your face
This is
is
every
pained.
League player. They're like, oh, dude, it was like the worst. It was the worst time in my life. I fucking felt like shit
Oh,
all the
I
time.
hated it.
And they're like, so why do you keep playing? It's like, it's just a great
He hit
game.
gold. That's
It's just-
why. If he didn't hit gold, he wouldn't have loved it.
No, it's because like I'm like I have a kid now. I stream, and before like everything, like I used to play StarCraft like 14 hours a day. I played League 14 hours a day, and to me, that's my favorite form of gaming. 16 hours a day, feeling like shit, but you're like so like I gotta hit this, like hitting that goal. To me, the road there doesn't matter. But in the end, when I hit gold, I was like, it was just so like
I think I've never done that.
it's tight.
Really? I
Play
did
games
love Dota. I played
'cause
so
even
much fucking
As a
Dota.
kid, I couldn't. My mom would make me do some shit.
I
just
was in the
couldn't.
same boat. The closest I've actually gotten to it in my recent life is me and Yingling playing Valorant lately.
You guys are like the Troy and Abed of our lives now.
Yeah. I
it's
like
very sweet.
my newfound relationship with the egg lady, where we just hang out every day. Like,
yeah, you hang out every day. He wonders what is on a $1 bill. Who
Yeah.
knows what mysteries bring Nick
this
Yingling.
has two sides.
Valorant was like that for me. In beta, I think I played like
Dude, you
Beta was
were a
going ham.
zombie
Yeah.
in
It
beta.
was fun,
I
right?
remember.
It was
Wasn't
great.
it fun?
It was
Nick
great.
would come out
It's
of his
fun.
room. Nick would come out. The same thing would happen sometimes.
it's
where like
great.
you'd like pass Nick like in the night, almost like I'm getting up at like maybe 8 a.m. and then Nick would be like, yeah, just got off like grinding Valorant all night.
I played anywhere from like 15 to 20 games a day.
It was fun. That's the best way. Also, I want
Yeah.
to say, you let me know how impressive this is. I went from bronze 4 to gold.
And what was the total time span? It was less than a month, right?
That's less than a month.
Yeah.
I
think
was
it's
playing
good.
over 20 games a day.
There's so many games.
I think in the season, when it was all done, I was over 1,000.
Dude, because advancing between ranks in League is hard.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
And the thing about bronze is there are only 2 players in bronze. There are players who are actually bronze and the worst players I think I've ever seen, and Smurfs.
Yeah, and you're just praying.
So
they're
like
on your
half of
team.
it's luck. That's why like getting out of bronze was like, I was like, Gio gave up. I was playing with Gio at first.
I remember that.
Gio gave up after like a
Don't
week.
make Gio play League,
Me and
bro.
Gio, this is not exaggeration. Me and Gio went, I think,
Yeah.
5 and 40 for like a week.
Dude.
We only lost.
That's about the
dude.
same as our Rocket League.
That's so
Yeah.
Gio's just
Gio
a
gave up.
shit bad luck charm.
Yeah.
Dude, when me. So I remember when I started getting invited to play Rocket League with you guys, I was like so excited because I fucking love that game. I
Game's
don't know, I
tight.
don't know anyone who plays it, and you guys play it kind of the same way I do, where it's just like
Idiots.
you're not spending any time grinding, but you're really invested, and it's like it's just a fun game. And I remember that like, you wouldn't say a goddamn word, and then like I'd collide with you, and you're like, "Where are the comms?"
Yeah.
I remember I like so many times me and Gio we'd like play like duos alone, and he's just like, "See what happens when Mango's not around, man? We're just winning. Like the comms are great. Like I think he's the problem. Like it's him.
Nick
man.
was
It's him.
like, he was like, I don't know how Mango is so good at melee, and he's like that in Rocket League. Like, he was so mad.
New challenge. What's your highest rank
in what?
in Rocket League?
Like the last rank of Diamond.
I beat that in a month.
Well, you get champ, you think?
Yeah.
Have you been champ?
No.
Wait,
Give me 1 month.
I'll race you to champ.
We'll save that for a month when I have no melee.
Okay.
I
but
would love to
no
do-
grinding. Neither of us are allowed to play
No,
until
I
then.
want to play 16 hours a day.
No, once we get there. I'm saying in between now and when it starts.
that's fine.
No
The
playing.
deal.
Yeah,
There's
deal.
2 Mango phases, I think, when he's gaming. And one is like calming, I'm into it, and then he just shuts off at some point.
Have you ever streamed 10 hours a day, then it's
No.
1 a.m. and you're just playing Rocket League and you're
Wait,
like,
is this in solos? Are we grinding solos?
Literally
no,
no.
this is happening in the 10
No,
mans
no, no.
every week.
I'm
bro.
saying for champ.
no, we do 2s or 3s. We'll agree
Okay,
to
so we have to
something.
have our own teams. That's a
Or
little
we
scary.
both use Geo.
Yeah, just fucking turn out Geo,
He
bro.
swaps each. He's auto QB.
You're only
All-time
allowed to
QB.
play with Gio.
Gio?
I think if we have the same teammate, it's fair.
You
We'd
guys
have to find somebody
you
to play
guys are
40
each
hours.
playing
Yeah, you
12
gotta
hours
pay
a day,
Gio.
and Gio's playing 24.
Yeah, you gotta pay him for his time.
Yeah,
or
we'll find a crony.
That's good.
It's
Someone
so
will do it.
funny because like when I stream 4 hours, maybe 6 hours if I'm feeling frosty, and then I know I'm so drained that I can't communicate the same way I have been for the first half, so I end. But you just keep going.
Well, because I want to keep gaming.
Yeah. But then you're just actually just a dude gaming. And so like we would do honky night some nights, which is just me, H-Rock and Stans, also with Mango. And
You called it honky night.
That's what I called it.
That's really funny.
it's called honky nights because one time we were at a tournament and we were out of tables, me, H-Rock and Stans. And then Mango walks by and he's like, look at this honky table.
Yeah.
But H-Rock misunderstood it as hunky. And he's like, well, thank you. Thank you so much. We are a bit of a
I
honky
do
table.
oblige.
Yeah, I think we are. That was a table I wasn't invited to, by the way. They would fucking go and eat
Oh
food
my
without
God.
me.
Dude,
Fucking
Slime
bullies,
brings
bro.
up this one story.
They laughed in my face.
It was a different year, by the way.
It doesn't matter. You were still with the Chuckle Fuck crew. Just like last fucking night.
Do you want to tell the story again?
No, I'm not telling the fucking story. Basically, I fucking went and hung out with his dad, H-Rock's dad, for a meme. Anyway, go on.
That's just okay. Anyway, there was one time we were doing a honky night, and I forget what we're even playing. It's like Life, and Megan's just not talking. He's just silently playing the game of Life on Steam
No,
for
it's
an
because
hour.
like you guys are like, I gotta be in a mood for you guys
Yeah, we're a
because
lot.
you know how you are. And like,
Stans
I'm
has a
always-
motto,
so
which is
squeak. So squeak.
Like, you guys,
he
like-
squeaks and going to college.
when I'm in a mood for honky night, it's actually like the most fun. But sometimes I'm like chilling. I'm like, these guys are so fucking white and streamery, and I'm like,
Oh my
they're just
God.
yelling, and I'm like, I can't do it tonight.
You can't always hang with the Sun Devils.
I can't. I cannot. I don't know how you guys are like
That's
that.
not
all the
what we
time.
do. It's this. It's this.
Go Sun Devil. You did a shocker.
No,
You
this is
freaks.
shocker. This is Forkum Devils. It's
Hey,
a trident.
Forkum Devils.
God,
Dude,
it's a trident.
There's
What
some
a-
freaks at that
Yeah, what a
university.
disgusting group of pigs is your ASU.
So we slam and we're freaks now. Sorry. Sorry we explore sexuality.
Wash that fucking pinky.
And these two I don't?
No, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
This
fine.
is chill.
Not a
Keep
big
those
deal.
around.
No reason to watch that.
I gotta go pee Zipper. Can you tell me time? I'm so full.
Why don't you use the bottle like you make Amen do?
I would fill it up.
10?
10 left. I can hold. I
We
can
can
hold.
make it. I also have to pee.
I'm
Use the bottle.
You're like
I'll fill
flood.
it. I'll fill it.
In
Fill
Mario
it and then
Sunshine.
Amen will and then drink some of it.
No,
and
I'm
then
scared of
that'd
peeing
be
aluminum
gaming.
cans. I'm so scared of cutting my tip. I used to pee in
Same.
bottles all the
You
time.
shouldn't be
you?
scared because you have a protective sheath. By the way, we have an ask. We asked to ask everybody this question, Mango. Are you cut or uncut?
What do you think I am?
Cut. 100%
Cut.
cut.
You think I'm cut?
Uncut.
I'm
100%
foreskin.
uncut.
I'm
You're
foreskin gay.
uncut?
Wait,
really?
Whoa.
You were
Wow.
so sad. I didn't think you'd be cut.
Not my goat.
Yeah,
dude.
do I look like I'm cut?
It was a 50-50
Look at
because your
this.
mom's a ghetto nurse, and I didn't know if she'd be a ghetto nurse that like maybe just herself one day was like,
No.
and then throws
don't
it out.
mutilate in my
Ludwig,
family.
That doesn't happen.
What the fuck was that?
It's good. It's
That
good
was
to know
like an
we're
axe.
good to know we're brothers.
You got it?
Hey,
We got ours.
I'm uncut. I'm European.
This is the cut
Yeah,
side. That's the
we're
uncut
cut.
side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't come from.
It's not like I was there. I
blowjobs.
didn't have a choice.
Yeah, that's
This is good.
I've
This is
done
good.
research on it to make me because we don't look the prettiest. We
No.
don't.
No, you don't.
But we get the best.
Okay,
we
to
show
find
up.
out.
We show up to work.
Functional.
Have you
Feels
ever
good.
had someone had a averse reaction, like a girl, look at your uncut dick and be like, "Damn, what's that
Yucky.
slug looking thing?"
My dick's pretty.
You got pretty dick. Me too.
I got a pretty dick.
I've seen your balls. I haven't seen your dick.
If you saw like, I don't have like an excess of foreskin. You know how sometimes it's too much.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
that looks gross. I don't have that.
I got that wedding dress behind.
But
me.
Ludwig
You got
has
the
so
nasty-
much
oh,
foreskin.
That's gross.
Ludwig's
Okay,
foreskin.
wait.
That's
What?
nasty.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I was
It's
kidding.
like a
It's
prosthetic
not that
nose.
bad. It's not that bad.
Looks like a parking code.
Yeah, this shit looks like a prosthetic nose for Halloween.
He's
bro.
got a trunk.
Yeah.
My dick looked like Gru's nose.
You're
That's nasty.
all
That's
right, all
nasty.
right. For you two,
Mhm.
when you pee, do you got to pull back the curtain?
No.
No.
Because I do.
He
I
has
don't-
so
You
much
have
skin.
to?
I don't
I've
have
seen-
to, but if you don't,
If you
then
guys
it's
saw,
messier.
if you guys saw Ludwig's soft dick, you'd be
'cause
like,
you
Jesus
sit. Wait, you
Christ.
sit.
I sit, but when I stand, I just do it for both because I don't think about it.
I don't know what the science is this, but when I'm playing at a tournament, I think my dick gets smaller, so I have more foreskin.
This is a scientific
That is
question.
a thing.
Is that
That's a thing. That's
Because
100%
I want
a
to
thing.
study this.
Darren,
Does
if
this
you
have to do with like adrenaline?
if
Maybe.
you see me at a top 8, I'm
Yeah.
looking like Lud.
Yeah,
Well, don't
no,
say
no,
looking
that
like-
makes
don't
sense.
say looking
Yeah.
like-
My dick's nasty
It's
during
just
the top
it's
8.
hot in the venue all the time.
It's
It's just
just smaller.
warm.
I'm doing a
That's a good
check.
rephrase.
Next local, I'm going to the bathroom. and I'm
Check. No,
checking.
me, my dick, like, I don't know what happens. It
Mid
becomes.
set, you might not go to the bathroom. Like,
Yeah,
You might- I need to check.
I gotta check my penis. You might-
I'm rematching PhD's nuts, and I'm like, sorry. Before game 3,
You just give it a look. Give it a look.
I think probably like top 5 favorite clips from my stream of all time is I'm talking to Mango about dick size, and he's talking about how he's like I got like a 7-inch dick, and I'm like well, I don't want to tell you my size. Your dick sounds really big, and I don't even believe your size. He's like, I'll get Lauren right now. I was like, well, she's biased, and he's like, all right, I'll send you a picture of me rock hard right now.
just to win.
Is that what you
Just
put
to
on
win the
TikTok?
argument.
Yeah, people came into my stream like, "Wow, I heard you have a big dick," and I'm like, "What?" And it apparently got like 1 million views or
It
something.
has
right?
like 7 mil.
for no
What?
reason.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so wild.
TikTok's
I
rules,
think
man.
it's on YouTube, the YouTube shorts.
That's
but I
crazy.
think you would have sent me your rock hard dick.
In
If
that
I-
moment, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm confident.
that's
in
why
my
you
guy.
skydived. It's
Yeah.
just to beat the enemy. You know what I mean?
Skydiving is just the dick pic of the universe. That's what I always say.
We're extremely competitive, and that's why we love melee.
Okay.
And that's why we show each other our penises.
No
too.
skydiving, no
These are
foreskin,
correct.
have an ass corner.
Don't
didn't want to
you-
skydive?
I'll go get it.
I didn't want to.
didn't
No,
want to,
I
right?
don't know. I don't remember. I probably wouldn't have. It scared the shit out of me.
That's not. Don't use that against me. Don't wield your weapon against me. You got a dirty ass, weird ass penis.
Would you go rock climbing, Mango? Out of your hands. That's what you said last time I asked you.
Yeah, it might be too risky.
Just-
You
Scary.
literally wouldn't be able to play melee for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth.
You still
Yeah.
bite your nails
Bite my nails every day.
every
Have you
day.
ever got a Manny?
No.
What about a pedo?
You would love Manny's.
Dude.
You want to take me?
Oh, we went today.
Me and
I'll
Ludwig-
take you 'cause they went
me and-
without me.
Me and Ludwig went.
So what do they do?
They just cut it. They file it. They take your cuticles out. They just
They push back
lotion
your
it up.
cuticles. That's the different thing. So like my nail beds look longer now.
It just feels nice.
I want that. Yeah, that sounds nice.
It is pretty
Do you
nice.
get like a massage too?
Yeah,
They
they
do.
massage your
If I got like a
hands.
massage and my
They
nails
usually
done,
like a lotion and massage.
I
that,
hate
that
it.
sounds
I
tight.
love that part.
They did my I got a pedi. They did my toes.
Oh, I hate that.
And they were massaging my calves, and I have a bunch of bruises. And they were just
He was
fucking
yelping like a
grinding it.
beagle.
Well, I mean, you have bruises.
But even if I didn't, like,
Look, we'll go get tattooed. We'll get a
Squeezing
mani.
hard.
We'll just have the
what
best
is the
day ever.
tattoo? What is the tattoo?
Well, wait, what did you say that you picked for me?
So the thing was, we were gonna pick something for each other, and we agreed.
I have
I'm
to
like,
change mine because mine is Australia centric.
Oh yeah, you should.
So I don't
change
want
it.
to do that anymore.
What was yours for him?
I was gonna get him the Brimstone's gun.
Yeah,
I was gonna get him that with like a flame background.
I don't even play Brim anymore.
Tight.
But
that's like
it's
my-
reminiscent of the time. that we
That's like
played
my
together.
interaction with Nick. Is I
Sure.
played with this Brim, and he's fucking first motherfucker doing lineups, and I was like, so Brim always reminds me of Nick.
Yeah, I got us the diamond.
Get him Ludwig Jr. taking a dookie, and then it's Zane on the bottom.
I like that.
I'll run it. Well, we were also gonna do that. You picked both of our tattoos.
Let's do it today. I'm down.
I'm super down. We'll go film it.
I'll pick both your tattoos.
If we find somewhere
I'm at a
close,
point-
not too late, I'll do it.
I'm at a point.
If
I think
not, I'll come back
You're
another
probably
day.
also at this point. I'm at a point where like it doesn't even matter what goes in my body at this point, as long as I think it's funny.
Yeah, you can put anything on my
you put
body.
anything.
I think
you
he's
want.
still picky.
Me?
Well, because you don't like the act of getting a tattoo, right?
I hate tattoos.
You
Like
talked
the
about it.
process.
I hate the process.
Yeah.
And the healing process.
I don't mind at all. It's just
No, it
whatever.
hurts. I'm a baby.
It hurts, yeah, and it's the healing sucks.
Well, now they do
Yeah,
like
I'm
that new school healing thing where they just put it on
Oh, the Tegaderm.
the little baggie and it just
Yeah.
accumulates all the
Vanaderm.
nasty, but then after it's just good. That makes it like because before you had to clean it and like it was annoying and it hurt.
Juices.
Only
in there.
certain artists do it. Like my guy in Montana where I went this weekend didn't do it.
He's old school.
He's a little more old school,
Mhm.
and it's like it's so. I had to like every morning because I had to take a flight the next day, and like last time I flew after a tattoo, it got infected.
Yeah, it's
So I had to
annoying.
like wrap it myself, which is hard when it goes over your shoulder. It's kind of a fucking bitch.
the bag's so nice.
That part's shitty, but the tattoo itself, I don't care about that.
Would you get a Ludwig tattoo
of what?
of Ludwig's name?
I'll get your face right here.
It'd be so bad.
That's huge.
Every
White
time
face?
I poop, me and you just
I'll get the goat was here and Mango's
Goat
handwriting.
was here.
Easier.
Goat emoji. 3 goat emojis. Kind of cool.
I would do like any Mango related, Falco related thing. 'Cause I just have nothing that is melee or Falco in my body yet.
Nick's a
Makes them
freak.
Falco.
When
Makes
I
so much more
met
sense.
Nick, he was like, "What if I got a tattoo of you on my body, of your face on
Oh,
my
it
body?"
was
And I was
it was
like-
a specific photo of you. What was it?
it's a tattooed person
fuck,
thing.
which one
You
was
just-
it? I just thought the photo was so
you just
funny.
rip it at some point.
I mean, yeah. I
You
mean,
just you don't care anymore.
After a while, you're just like, I'm running out of stories that I find funny on me. I want another one.
Yeah,
fuck it,
exactly.
Fuck it, we
Yeah.
ball.
Us
That beat.
tattoo havers.
Yeah.
Yikes.
You don't have one?
I don't have one.
Do you want to get one?
Let's get one.
No, I've just
You gotta
never
get
come
one.
up
Let's
with
get one.
I've just never come up with an idea that's like stuck with me.
You
I think
should
that's
get
the
one
main
with
thing.
Yingling.
Something has to.
There you go.
Me and
There's your
Yingling
buddy.
should swap names.
You tattoo your ranks at the end of the
Kindred
season on each
spirits.
Every season and you cross
Yeah.
it out.
Dude,
Yeah.
and it's like
It's
like
like
how it's
Super
on your
Bowls.
player card in the game, but it's like just down my arm.
other. Yeah. And it's like so much.
What happened that
a punch
year?
card.
Yeah, what happened there? You just
You have like a silver
there was,
city.
there was just a lot of Smurfs in Platt that season.
I was busy. I had like shit to do, like real life stuff.
2025, good year. That was ascendant.
And then it just like swaps into like CS ranks. It's like, yeah, that's when I gave up.
I love
It's
That's
your
how
space ghost.
tattoo ideas work. Look, you just evolved the whole thing.
when people get like the Eagles 2024 champion. Like
It's
ahead
so
of
money.
time.
It's such a
Prediction.
gamble.
Yeah. I actually love. I think it's so Chad. But if it doesn't pay off, it's really funny.
But
about
if it does pad, I think you're a legend forever.
and the thing is, no one will know
They have to take your
that
word.
you got it before,
They gotta take your
right?
word.
Like if you have a tattoo and it's like Eagles
if
champion,
they won, yeah.
and they
yeah.
actually won, you'd have to every time be like, so I got this before they won, and they won. But there's no difference than having it after they won.
Mango, what if someone came up to you at Genesis and it's the Genesis 9 champion Mango, and it's
clearly healed.
yeah, and it's day 2.
Mhm.
How do you feel about that?
I'm getting some Adderall and I'm gaming. I'm getting 8 hours
To
of
make
sleep.
sure he doesn't regret
I'm
it.
gaming, dude.
I'm trying my best,
I'm
baby.
gaming my heart out for that guy.
Do you have an Eagles tattoo?
I have 3 lined up. I've just been lazy.
3 tattoos or 3 Eagles
3
ones?
Eagles tattoos.
I want to get the Super Bowl logo that we won.
McNabb?
No, 52. Like the little
No.
emblem.
I'm just saying. Or do you want like what's the other ones?
Oh, and then I want to get Swoop, our mascot.
Yeah.
I want to get him shotgunning a Miller Lite,
Yep.
and then I want to get like a big one, either on my stomach or my arm.
Of just the Eagles in general?
Something. It'll come to me.
That makes sense.
I'm afraid of tummy tattoos.
Me too. Dude.
I'm afraid.
Tummy and ribs, I don't want
It's
to.
very soft.
I'm afraid it'll just be like the most subject to like showing me if I'm gaining weight.
You just know instantly.
Because
Right?
like the drawing starts to look a little worse over time, and I'm like,
Oh, stop eating sugar. Oh no.
This is the worst I had ever felt on stream ever getting that tattoo.
Yeah, you were raw for me.
It was terrible.
Right there?
Yeah.
That seems like an
Stick and
awful
poke.
spot.
Stick
It
and
was because
poke
I did it
too.
with my hand.
You did it.
Yeah.
You did a stick and poke, and I almost cried, and I felt a weird invasiveness in my body. I was sweating.
It was even worse than
Oh,
a
it
stick and
sucks.
poke. I bought a tattoo needle online, and I taped it to a chopstick, and I just went to town. It was like
You did
even
this?
less graceful.
Do you,
Not bad.
Would you
It's
know what
not
it is?
bad.
If you had to guess.
Like the little fucking guy from Ultimate.
Wait, which one?
The one who drives a little cart.
Bowser Jr.
Bowser Jr.
It's Ludwig Bowser Jr. Kipling.
Because the face is on the cart.
It's
in that
a
world.
it's a sentient cereal bowl,
That's close.
and then Jigglypuff's crown on top.
I know it's the crown.
Yeah, yeah.
I do actually want a crown tattoo.
For Puff.
For Puff?
Yeah. Best skin in the game.
Hey, me and you, Puffs, man. We should get Puff tattoos.
Let's
Dude,
do it.
us three.
Us three, the
Yeah,
Puffs of the world.
Puff, the
We're
three
like
big puffs.
cool, the
God.
cucumber.
We inspire generations.
This is like one I'm very happy to not be a part of. This is like
Fucking disgusting piece of shit.
Yeah, what are you
Yo.
gonna get with fucking
no,
think
Puff?
5 jumps is really cool, man. What
Yo,
do you
you and
say?
Puff could just get a bunch of dots, and you can call
My
them
Puff?
needles.
My Puff will never come close to how good your Puff is, but I think I tapped into the same reason I think Puff is cool that you must have.
No, she's dope.
I
Puff is objectively a cool
I think
character.
Puff is so cool.
She can just be played very, very, very
It's kind of like
not cool.
it's kind of like Climbers. It's like one of those characters that's like really interesting and cool, and everyone's such a fucking loser in how they approach
Yeah.
the character.
Puff can like just hit reads and just fuck you, and he feels so good.
Okay, I was watching the spot e-score
Dot
Scored.
sports.
Dot e-score.
the story of Mangus.
Story of Mangan.
Do you think I could have beaten you in 2007?
His current skill.
Current now,
7?
or well, I guess
His first year playing.
when you 1 pound. That's
Pound 3?
2000 that was 2000.
No way.
Puff Ditto?
Yeah.
I think I had you out. Because, and the advantage I give not even to myself, the old players, is that Mango's like tournament big game experience is still 80 times higher than you.
Yeah.
So
and
he
I'd be
does
very
have
anxious.
a competitive edge. I think you're probably better. Like you probably do more shit that I'd be like, okay, what the fuck is that?
Right.
But my guy is a killer.
What about Aiden?
You're Sheik?
Yeah.
I don't be your Sheik.
Wow.
See, I would so confidently believe in this until I played Decker.
Yeah, Decker changed his life.
Decker
plays
is
like it's 07.
an ancient relic from
He's-
a lost time, and I lost.
If
The
you
thing
froze
about
Ken.
the old players is like they just had to be smart because we couldn't rely on zero def
Yeah.
combos. We couldn't rely on this. That it's just you had to just
Your neutral
constantly
had
be
to be good.
smarter. Yeah. So I think that's something that the old players have is they just had a brain.
Yeah,
You guys probably don't have as much of a brain because you can just rely on other things.
I also started playing Falco, the worst fucking character.
Yeah,
He
he's
doesn't
easily the
establish any
worst.
good habits.
Oh god, he's
Yeah, I
so
started
bad right
with
now.
Falco too, and you switched to Sheik, and you
Puff's all
it's easy,
brain,
man.
so I've always been.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Me
actually,
and you, man.
unfortunately, kind of true.
Gotta
Puff?
think.
Yeah.
Puff's like all grit and brain.
Well,
Obviously,
I
it's
think
not
the
very
way that
technical.
most people play Puff isn't necessarily brain. It's like war of attrition.
They have to think and they
Yeah.
have to be patient.
It's just like
fucking,
I'm gonna back air these really safe back airs that are hard for you to
You
counter.
just got to be okay with getting 13% and then 10%. And then got to be worried about dying. It's like, it's a different, like always hated when people are like, Puff's really easy to play. I'm like, you're fucking stupid. Puff is probably like one of the hardest characters. to play.
If you play a fox who really wants to beat you, it is fucking
you have
so
to land 88
hard.
bears and reeds and
Oh
yeah.
my
Stronger than
god!
the Marines.
You got to put Logos in his place, dude. He'd listen to you.
I think Falco's easy. I think Puff Falco is so good for Puff. Even though it should be Falco favored, I think it in practice it never is.
All right, Mango. Any closing remarks?
I'm hungry. We're going to go get lunch.
Yeah, want
I
to go?
would
part of the deal.
love to go eat.
Let's go eat.
So
Let's do it.
fucking hungry.
Let's do all the shit we said.
Thanks
we
for
did.
Eat.
watching the yard. Stay tuned on the Patreon
Oh.
where Mango is going to disappear into smoke.
Last thing I said, every time I win a tournament, I come back.
All right, I'm down.
I'm down.
Sure.
Yeah.
So every time I win,
Sure.
Yeah.
even if it's like 88 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right, deal.
We
fine.
can't be local. Can't be local. You start
no, it's gotta be
showing,
big.
you
So
start
shows
showing
up
up to like
flawless.
Verdugo.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Sub count just keeps going.
Megan's
up.
back
Let's
this
be on the
week.
yard,
Yeah.
Megan.
Rinsing Geo.
We need to talk about Melee for an hour and a half. That's fucking. I would love to just keep doing that.
Yeah, there's so much to talk about. So every time I win, I'll be back.
You're struggling, lud. All
All
right,
right.
everyone.
Thanks
See you in
for
the next
watching.
episode.
Patreon.com/yard.
Like, he would just be like, fucking Mr. Donahue's got fucking clear cum, bro. Give me fucking homework. It's like, well, I think he doesn't have
He
clear.
does
It's
it.
funny
He does
to
it.
say an adult.
His is thick and yellow.
Imagine being a kid or like being an adult and a kid's telling you you're prepubescent.
Yeah.
Like you're so owned.
I got very motivated.
Oh yeah.
To make more stuff and push it. Obviously, shout out to Ludwig, always the inspiration.
Yeah.
Oh God, he was so nice.
Yeah.
Fucking love that guy.
Yeah.
Such a G.
I feel like he's my long lost American brother. That we've been disconnected from.
I honestly feel most, if not all, the like new and old faces we met up in LA were just like really, really nice people.
Yeah.
just in general, you know. And yeah, no, it is true. Like I always get a massive kick of inspiration out of like hanging out with someone who perhaps I've never met before, but I know their content, or like, you know, some other content creator I don't get to see or talk to often. And, you know, like conventions for me are the same thing as well. Just like, you know, being in a convention setting, which we were a lot this past couple of months, just like is like, oh yeah, this is why I do this. Like this is just motivating me to like do better for these people, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so it was good. I mean, you know, I may not have been necessarily motivated while we were in LA or while we were traveling, but after I came back to Japan, I had like fucking list of ideas. So, you know, that's always good.
No, same. I feel like it's important for every content creator to get their content battery recharged, and I feel like the best way to do that is just to hang out with other people, hang out with other like creative people, because so many ideas get thrown around and you're like, damn, all right, I can actually do this. All right, I've got so many ideas now. Whereas if you're just sitting in a room just constantly pumping out content, it kind of like you just get into a grind and you get into like
It gets monotonous.
Yeah, it does get monotonous a lot of times, and you forget why you started doing this in the first place. And one thing I will say about hanging out with so many people in LA, so many other content creators, is that it definitely gets those creative juices flowing again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, especially seeing some of the what motivates me the most is seeing other people do something exciting.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, damn, I want to do something exciting. This looks fucking incredible.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And LA is just like the central hub of that. But yeah, aside from that, I mean, did you guys enjoy your experience in LA overall?
Oh yeah, I fucking loved it.
Yeah,
Me personally.
Yeah, I enjoyed LA. I think because of the people I got to see. You know, if I didn't get to see anyone and I was just living in LA, you know, without ever interacting with other content creators, personally, no.
Yeah.
Just because like I don't think the LA lifestyle necessarily meshes with me.
Yeah, I fucking hate the lifestyle, but when I was there, I had like an amazing time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And also, I mean, I hate to admit it, there's some amazing food there.
Oh no, the food's great.
That food.
That was some amazing
God,
food.
I must have ordered the Porto's Cubano sandwich like a million fucking times.
That
That
was
shit
lit,
went
though.
hard.
That shit was
Porto's
lit.
in California is
Yeah.
nutty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Joe and the Juice.
Yeah, no, so we have Joe and the Juice in the UK, right?
Do we?
We do.
Okay.
And there's one in Australia as well.
Oh, is there?
It's this coffee fucking chain. And like, I don't really care for their coffee. But in the one in America, they sold like this sandwich that's like a spicy tuna sandwich, and it was so goddamn good.
God,
Me and Joey must have eaten it like 5 times.
I think I ate it like 10 times.
It was so goddamn good.
I froth at the mouth every time I think about that sandwich.
I can't wait to go back.
I know. I want to go back just for that.
And me and Joey, we had one in LA.
Yeah.
And I was like, you have to try this tuna sandwich.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
I know you're gonna love it. So he tries it. He's like, this is insane.
Yeah.
We pull up to our hotel
in Miami.
At the bottom of the hotel is a Joe and the Juice.
Literally,
And I'm like,
the next thing over from the hotel was a Joe, and they're just like, it's fate.
we're like fist bump. We're like, nice.
So every morning we would just wake up and be like, coffee and spicy tuna sandwich. I got you.
So good.
Yeah.
So fucking good.
I think I only had one bad meal in LA. What was it?
Was it the Italian?
Shame them.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God. all
Yeah,
right.
dude, do you remember this?
Yeah.
Do you remember this?
How can I fucking forget this?
I think on like the third day or something that
Yeah.
we all arrived together. We wanted to go to one Italian, but it was like a Saturday.
It was Boca de Beppo.
We were originally going to go to Boca de Beppo because I fucking love it. But
Yeah.
as Gan was saying, it was a weekend. So we were like, Boca de Beppo is probably going to be really fucking
Yeah.
crowded. So let's find one on the way. And then we found this one Italian place. I don't even remember the name.
It was like
of
family owned, and we thought, oh, that'd be good. Support local business.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
it'd be good.
Exactly. And
Maybe we shouldn't have.
And now I regret supporting local
yeah,
business.
and I forgot like the one golden rule of like how to judge a restaurant, which is if it's peak time on Saturday and you go in and it's almost empty, that's a big red flag.
Also to do with this restaurant, I had been told this, and I come from Japan, right? If a restaurant has 4 stars on Google, it must be good.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
fucking
exactly.
good.
Exactly.
Apparently, in America, if it's not higher than 4.5, it's dog shit, is what I've been told.
Really?
That's what I was told.
Is it the 4.5?
4.5 is apparently the like, if it's higher than that, it's you know it's good.
Right.
Maybe Americans are just nicer.
Do people just rate in America 4 stars if the food is edible?
I don't know. So do you remember when we got there? Like
Yeah.
we got absolutely scammed right away.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So right?
Oh,
so,
it's all coming
So
back.
we pull up into this restaurant, right? And there's clear parking spots, right?
Yeah.
So and there's valet though. There's valet parking.
Right.
No
Yeah.
one is here. No one is in this restaurant.
There's maybe like
we,
2
we,
cars.
we should have turned back at this point, honestly.
Yeah.
So we go in we go to start parking our car. And this guy comes over and he knocks on the window. He's like, "Oh, valet service, $8." And we I think we misunderstood that we thought that he was like, "Oh, you have to pay it."
Right.
But I think it was you offering it.
Yeah.
So we were like, "Oh, okay." So then we get out the car, hand him the $8, and he literally just continues backing it up into the spot. And then gets out and is like, all right, there you go.
He was probably in the car for about 8
10
seconds.
10 seconds
Like
tops.
10 seconds tops.
That man got the biggest conversion of time to payment in known history. It's like those memes of like Bill Gates when he drops $100 on the floor. It's like, it was literally, the car was basically parked. And then he just went, doop. Yeah. That's it. And I couldn't believe this man took our money. I couldn't believe he was still willing to take the money.
$8 for that.
I'm like, only in the US. I'm like, if this happened in the UK, fists would be thrown.
Yeah.
If you tried to get the $8 off of me, it just wouldn't work. And that's why we don't have valet parking in the
But
UK.
that wasn't the only thing about
Yeah.
this Italian
yeah.
restaurant.
But that
shit.
set the tone.
Yeah, that definitely set the
was
tone.
Like, it was all like,
That was a red flag.
I think all of us were just like we all stood there and we were just like we just got robbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We this is like
I
daylight
can't
robbery.
believe he's done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
Yeah.
So yeah, we immediately go into this restaurant after losing $8.
Yeah.
And then afterwards we go in. It looks like a pretty decent restaurant. And so
Sorry, no. Can I say something?
Yeah,
Can I
go
interrupt you? Sorry.
yeah.
I don't like it when restaurants do this. And this is just a me preference. I understand that other people don't care. If I'm in an Italian restaurant and you're trying to like set an ambiance, don't fucking play an MLB game in the corner on a giant monitor. Like, I'm sorry. To me, it's like, that's not, the Italian vibes are ruined. But there was just like 2 giant sports games and they were just playing the audio. And I'm like,
Also, there was a very American-looking bar in the middle.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. I don't care about the bar being in the middle.
Right.
I just, it's like,
But I
are you
think- I
trying
think
to
it's-
set a mood?
I
Like,
think it's the bar in combination with the MLB on the screen that just made it very non-Italian.
yeah, it was like
Yeah.
2 giant, like 50 inches on the wall,
Yeah.
blasting this audio, and you're just like eating your thing, and you say, and that's a strike, and that's a one. Thank you, Adrian. And it's just like, this is just like, what? Am I crazy? Like, is this weird? This is weird, right?
Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
go ahead,
I
go
get you because I don't like that in restaurants either, where they
Yeah.
play a game or something like that. Okay, yeah, at a bar. Okay, I get it.
Yeah,
It's-
It's a bar. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
There's a time and a
expect
place.
that.
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
bar. It's a bar. This was a restaurant. You know, I would prefer to just have some music and just have
Yeah.
that set. the
And
tone.
if you went on a
Yeah.
date there, you would look bad.
Oh,
That's what
yes.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
The
yes.
ambiance would already make it look, you're in a rough spot. This food
Yeah.
better fucking
Yeah.
make up
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. And I mean, like everyone ordered their food, and of course, I was like, I gotta try the lasagna. All right, because I think that's my default thing I order at every Italian restaurant. That's how I gauge how good the rest of the Italian
Yeah.
food is, right?
Right.
Because you'd have to like try. An Italian would have to try really hard to fuck up a lasagna.
Sure.
Because there are way more like complicated dishes in the Italian cuisine. So I always ordered lasagna. And then
I will say the guy did look a bit panicked when you ordered the lasagna. He was like, okay.
It's like, oh, that one? Oh.
yeah, he was like, "Oh, you're ordering that one?" I was like, "It's been a while since I've had lasagna," and of course, it comes out, and
It's
it
probably
looks,
been an order. It's probably been a while since they ordered a lasagna.
yeah, it comes out, and I'm just like, "Oh, that looks a little soggy. that looks like a little bit of a soggy lasagna."
It was something like what, $20-something?
Yeah, it's like
20,
28.
something like this, but it wasn't like a giant piece either. It was
No,
like
no.
normal size.
It was
piece
like
of
a
lasagna.
28 but like all the dishes in that restaurant were about like
Yeah, they were all at least
$25 to
$20.
$28.
It's quite a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. And I put my fork into it, and it just fucking this pasta just disintegrates, right? This thing wasn't made out of pasta; it was made out of air, and I'm like, I've never seen pasta so soft in my life. And I take like my first bite, and you know when you can immediately tell that you're just gonna have like the worst meal of your life.
Yeah.
So
God looks so disappointing.
everyone was like staring at me because they were so excited because like, oh, go on, order lasagna. Let's see what he thinks about it. I take one spoonful. I think my face conveyed everything that needed to be conveyed.
I wish I had taken a photo of the face that you had made, because it was like, if you looked up disappointment in the dictionary, that was the face that would have popped up.
Because the first bite, first of all, the pasta was soggy. All of it was soggy.
Yeah.
It somehow, even though the lasagna was like full of tomato sauce, somehow they've made tomato taste of nothing. Like, I don't know how you make tomato taste of nothing, because it was
cold on the inside, right, as well.
And it was so obviously microwaved as well, because the outside was super super hot, but then the inside was lukewarm, and I was just like, this is.
Yeah, to the restaurant's credit, my dish was actually pretty decent. I think I would have like a lamb pasta. It was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, I had like a gnocchi, I think, which was like, it wasn't the best gnocchi I've had, but it was decent.
I know you said you get lasagna to see if the restaurant's good.
Yeah.
I feel in my mind, if I get the calamari, that's how I can normally tell. Because the calamari is one of those dishes where it's really easy to buy it frozen.
Yeah.
And just just chuck it in the fucking deep fryer and just call it a day. But like, if they actually care, you can tell that it's fresh and it's not fucking rubbery. And then everything else can be good, because that's a very specific thing that you'd have to go out of your way to make sure it's fresh.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But no, it was bad.
I mean, like
It wasn't worth the money. It was just too expensive. It was so expensive.
It was definitely. I mean, the gnocchi was like decent, but I would not pay the amount I paid for it again. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like one of my biggest pet peeves when I go to a restaurant is that I like, as someone who grew up in like the whole restaurateur kind of like area, if you can't make a good dish, don't put it on the menu. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there are some restaurants I go to where they give you the menu and it's just the entire history of your country's cuisine. I'm like, there is no fucking way you can cook all of these dishes at like a good kind of standard.
No, you can't.
It's like 200 items on the menu. It's like, are you sure? Like,
yeah, look, I get it. If there's that one guy who comes to your fucking restaurant and he's just like, oh, why don't you have this dish that everyone else has? You know, I'm just like, fuck that shit. Just serve the dishes that you can cook really, really well.
5 to 10 items, I feel, is like, a good middle ground, because it's like,
mains.
Yeah, mains.
Oh, okay.
Like 5 to 10 mains, I think, is like the good middle ground, because it's like, those 5 to 10 mains are gonna slap.
We went to another Italian place that was really good, around the same price, and it was amazing.
Oh,
it was so good. And
the one we went to with Ludwig.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That
and
was
it was,
awesome.
I think it was around the same prices for like everything.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, okay. Well, so it isn't just like I'm being cheap. It's like, no, these are the same prices. We just got ripped off in this one place.
Yeah.
But that's how it is. And that made me understand more, like when I went to more independent restaurants and more coffee places, a lot of the time I kind of understand why a lot of people just want that familiarity of a chain where you know what you get. Because it's such a gamble in the US.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it's a gamble everywhere.
Yeah, but like in Japan, you
got to be pretty unlucky in Japan.
Like, you talk about the US being a gamble, let's talk about the fucking UK.
Yeah, the UK's the same. This is the same though. This is why like restaurants in the UK, like and cafes, like a lot of the independent ones struggle because a lot of people just don't like, they want that familiarity.
Right.
Yeah.
And they want like, when you go to a fucking Wendy's, you know exactly what you're getting.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whereas if I go out of my way, I take a date, I pay a shit ton of money, and I get half-ass meal pasta, I'm like, fuck, I should have just gone to Olive Garden. Like, I know what I would have got.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we talked about the US having like the 4.5 Google reviews kind of meta. The UK just doesn't have a meta when it comes to Google reviews. You just like, people in the UK don't know how to review food.
No.
That's just the end all be all.
The water was not spicy. 5 stars.
Because I've been to restaurants in the UK that's like 4.7, 4.8. I'm like, okay, this place must absolutely slap, and it's awful. I've been there. And it's like, there are some places that are absolutely
Coming
awful.
in like the Ratatouille critic. Just like, I'm about to end this restaurant's career. Hold my pen.
To be fair, I've like in recent years, especially this trip, I have discovered way more decent restaurants in the UK that I that I did than before I moved out of the UK.
Right.
I think the UK have just definitely upped their restaurant game.
Yeah, because I don't know what you experienced beforehand, but this was the first time for me that I properly explored London and like the food culture surrounding it. I'm like, why are people complaining about it? This is actually pretty decent. Maybe I just got lucky. I don't know, but
Yeah, I mean, we just steal other people's food, and that's good.
I mean, Australia kind of does the same thing as
I
well.
mean,
so-
we don't have like a cuisine. It's like,
Yeah.
what do you want? Like, there's probably someone here who makes it. Like,
Sure.
do you want like New Zealand rat? I'm
Yeah.
sure someone makes it. I'm sure someone makes
Yes,
it.
the staple Kiwi food.
I don't know what they fucking eat in New Zealand. What they got over there?
Probably not rat.
Lamb.
Yeah, lamb.
You got a lot of damn whales.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I remember when we went to the UK, I think Maylin landed, and I think 2 days after she landed, she'd had like 4 meals, and she'd messaged me being like, in all caps, "Do reviews not mean anything here? How do you know who to trust? How do you know which Google review to trust?" And I was like,
do you review things?
I don't review things.
I review things.
Really?
Or I never even looked at Google reviews before I moved to Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
me neither.
Because
I just looked at something and I'm just like, oh, that looks. I just look at a couple of photos. I'm like, yeah, that looks good. And
Yeah.
I'll just go.
I review things. I feel like people like me are keeping society together. Without me, there won't be. There's such chaos. How will anyone know what to eat?
did you always review though?
Oh, yeah, I've been doing it for a long time.
Okay, so before you moved to Japan.
Yeah, before I moved to Japan. I was
Because
doing
like I understand the culture here because you review something, it means something here.
Yeah.
You throw a review in the UK Google reviews, it's just like a message. You throw a fucking message in the bottom into the sea. Like it's not going to reach anyone, man.
It's like a message in Dark Souls.
yeah,
It doesn't mean anything.
I am guilty though of the whole 5-star or 1-star meta. I am guilty of that.
What do you mean?
I'm either a 5-star guy or a 1-star guy. There's
You've never rated anything 3 stars?
No, I have. I just like in my head, if something's 3, a lot of the time I want to go back and confirm it's a 3.
Yeah.
But
Right.
also, why would I want to go back if it's a 3?
Because you're kind of indifferent to it, right?
Yeah, because I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
And like some places, like a lot of the times I've gone to restaurants, I've ordered one thing and I'm like, and then for some reason I've gone back and I've got a different dish and I'm like, oh, this is so much better, this dish. Like I just happen to get the dish that they do poorly.
Right.
You could argue that that's like reflective on them and that they shouldn't put it on the menu if it's bad or whatever, but I feel like it can vary so much. Whereas like if you have a 5-star time, you're like, everything was perfect. Meal was amazing. Staff were amazing. Ambiance, everything was amazing. I'm like, all right, well, 5 stars. Where on the inverse side, where it's like, if it was all shit, I knew it was all shit.
Right.
Which is terrible.
So you just never go back, yeah.
So I never go back and I give it 1 stars.
Right.
But a lot of the times, the places I go to in Japan are just purely off recommendations.
Yeah.
So I kind of normally go to places that I've always really liked. I have not gone to many places that I haven't enjoyed in Japan.
Yeah.
Because everyone is always like, this is my favorite restaurant. So I go to it because I'm like, oh, it must be pretty good.
I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, word of mouth, I think, is the most effective way of finding
Oh,
new
dude,
shit.
yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Yeah, honestly, some places in Japan aren't even on Google reviews, or they're not on it if you just search restaurants near me or something like that, or
Yeah.
X kind of restaurant I'm looking for. Sometimes you have to like really, really look, and that's why word of mouth means so much here in Japanese food culture.
Yep.
Because people follow what other people say, and if you see a huge line at a Japanese restaurant, you know that shit fucking slaps. Even though I never think it's worth waiting an hour for any meal in my life.
Sure.
Fuck
like-
that.
Yeah.
I'll go to McDonald's. I'm not waiting an hour. I'll wait an hour inside the restaurant drinking. I'm not waiting an hour outside the restaurant.
Not in the line.
Especially in this heat in Japan, bro.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
It's not worth it.
Fuck that.
What's like your limit of waiting?
Well, outside of a restaurant,
Yeah.
20 minutes tops. I'm not doing more than
Yeah,
that.
for me, it's like no more than 30.
Yeah, I think 30-minute is the absolute limit.
It really
for me as well.
depends. Like,
Yeah.
okay, if we have like 20 people and they say 30 minutes, I'm like, we're
Yeah.
waiting 30 minutes because
Yeah.
we're not going to find somewhere else. So it's like, but if it's just me and someone else, 20 minutes tops.
Yeah.
And it's got to be a restaurant I know.
Sure.
Otherwise, I'm like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because it could just be a huge waste of time and the food is kind of mediocre.
Yeah, I'd rather just go somewhere. If you're in an area where there's a bunch of restaurants nearby, I'd rather just go somewhere else.
Just an empty
Yeah,
one.
just
Yeah.
see what
That's
else
true.
is nearby.
That's true.
Yeah. One small thing that annoyed me in some of the restaurants we found in LA was that, sometimes we were in a group, we wanted to go out, have a nice meal together. All right, let's phone up the restaurant and book a table. You phone up the restaurant, they're like, we don't do bookings. You
Yeah,
just
it's like a thing in LA, right?
turn up in the door. And I'm just like, why? Why?
Yeah, a lot of the
Yeah.
restaurants we went to wouldn't accept
I
reservations.
never understood why that's the case. Is it so to avoid people flaking out?
I think there must be some math behind it where someone has worked out that you can make more money and get more customers in the door by doing it just turn up.
Right.
Because if they're full and you can't reserve, then you're not going to show up. But maybe you want to go maybe they could squeeze you in if there's two of you, right? I feel like for the restaurants that are in really high demand, it must make more money.
Yeah.
Because you can get more customers in.
And
people are willing to wait 20, 15 minutes at the door.
Right.
So I feel for like what was it, like Sugarfish or whatever?
Sugarfish was one of them. There was
the Italian restaurant we went to.
The first Italian restaurant we went to before we found the other Italian restaurant. That was the big downgrade.
Because also when you go one day and you can't get in, you're like, I should come back again because clearly it's good. Everyone's waiting. And to be fair, the restaurants where I did have to wait were pretty damn good. I feel like it's a strategy to just make more money, and also you don't have to deal with reservations not showing up.
Yeah, I think that makes more sense to me than
because you lose money, right? If you reserve a table and they don't show up, or they show up 20 minutes late, or 15 minutes late, or they show up 20 minutes early, and you're like, it's not ready.
Basically, they've just min-maxed restaurants, right?
But you know, when there's a group of like 4 or more, reserving is like amazing because it's like we know that we can turn up at this time and we'll be good. And Japan's great for that.
That's why I love Japan, because you can reserve any or most places, except for a Denny's. Apparently,
it's not even Japan. In most places in the world I've been to, there's most restaurants do reservations, and let me rephrase that. I've never seen this system anywhere outside of LA. Have you ever seen it anywhere outside of LA?
I'm sure it's in like New York and places like that.
You call them up and they say no reservations.
Yeah, there's places that just don't take reservations.
Well, other than fucking McDonald's, not really. No.
The restaurant meter, McDonald's, every other restaurant, LA restaurants.
McDonald's is a restaurant, all right? It's a restaurant. A family restaurant for families.
I guess so, yeah. Because throwing it back to the time we tried to reserve for 7 people at a Denny's nearby, and they were like, "We don't take reservations, just show up, please." And we're like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Damn it, we'll pay."
We really want that Denny's though.
We needed that reservation.
Yeah.
This episode is sponsored by High Dive. Guys, have you ever heard of the anime I'm Quitting Heroing?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
I don't really watch anime.
Well, I actually met with the author a while ago for a panel discussion, and the plot is really interesting. It's a fantasy show where the hero wants to be basically back to the show.
But how did you guys find Australia? That's what I want to know.
Absolutely fucking loved Australia. I found like my long lost second home in Australia, man. So it's like I've said this so many times before, but Australia to me was like the UK, except everyone there was just way happier. And that's because the weather's better, I guess. I don't know. The wildlife is cooler. The weather is better. A lot more things can kill you.
It's like if you built the UK from like a new fresh account.
Yeah.
in a good climate, right?
It's like if you build the UK from a new fresh account, but you've played the game before.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So you know exactly what to do.
Exactly. Sorry, I'm jumping you.
No, because like I've never, truth be told, I've never felt like super patriotic about Australia. Like, I love Australia, don't get me wrong, it's my home, but it's like I've never been like, yeah, Aussie, 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 until the boys came to Australia and I was like, do you like it? Please say you like this place. Please say you want to come back. And thank God. We did it. We did it, Australia. We did it.
Yeah, it was honestly, I don't really have any complaints about Australia.
Wow.
I'm trying to rack my brain over something I can complain about because we're fucking British and we need to complain about everything. And I guess the only thing I can complain about is the lack of anything to complain about, basically. Like every Australian was just like, oh, so sorry for the weather. So sorry for the weather. I was like, what? Why are you apologizing for the weather? This is fucking amazing weather.
It was a bit shit.
What are you talking about?
It was a bit cloudy.
Yeah, I think it was just a shame because we were really tired.
Yeah.
So we couldn't really like have 100%. I want to have like a vacation there for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I feel especially when it comes to Sydney because we were there mostly for the convention and Twitch stuff and stuff like that. Yeah, I feel you guys didn't really get to have like a proper view of Sydney. I guess
I went to Reptile Park.
Oh yeah, I guess you went
fun.
around, like Alex took you around, but like I feel like you and Sydney didn't really get to see like actual
Sydney.
Yeah. But I mean, at least you got to experience Melbourne.
Yeah, because after Smash Kill and I traveled to Melbourne because we had have some family there who I've never visited in Australia, and it was fucking fantastic because they live more on the outskirts of Melbourne. They live near Yarra Valley, which is basically just a bunch of fucking wineries. So me and Sydney just had a whole fucking field day just going around wineries one day. They took us around.
You're engaging in an Australian activity.
Yeah, that is. Wineries is an Australian activity.
Exactly,
absolutely,
right? Exactly. How could I complain when we just what we did to be shown around was being shown around a bunch of wineries and just trying a bunch of fucking wine.
Beaches, wineries, and breweries. That's just Australia.
Saw some kangaroos on a golf course. That was weird.
Oh yeah. I went up to like little baby kangaroos. You can like pet them and stuff.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little Joeys.
Yeah, little
Joeys.
Yeah. Seeing kangaroos.
Never heard that one before.
Seeing kangaroos like up close in real life for the first time, just made me just confirmed with me how fucking batshit natural selection was in Australia. What fucking happened to natural selection in Australia? I don't get it.
That's what happens when you have a server completely isolated from any other server.
Sure.
Like even just looking at kangaroos, right? I'm like, how the fuck did what happened in the history of kangaroos to lead to your evolution? Because basically everywhere else in the world. Because what I've realized is that kangaroos are basically just Australian deers, right? They're basically just Australian deers. But like in every other in every other side of the world, animals just decided, okay, 4 legs, walking on 4 legs, that's the meta. That's the most effective meta. And then all the way in fucking Australia, kangaroos are like, nah, let's just fucking bounce everywhere.
Right.
let's not even fucking walk, let's bounce everywhere. Like, what the fuck happened?
I mean, if you're talking about dumb fucking evolution, the koala is like the king of like fucking stupidity. Like like when you hear when I did the IRL stream, we got to hear about the koalas, and literally every single koala attribute had like 20 caveats.
Right.
They were like so goddamn dumb. They could only eat one fucking plant, the eucalyptus tree. And the best part is that if you take the eucalyptus leaf off the tree, they don't know what it is.
Yeah.
They're like, I can't eat this.
Yeah.
What is this? What's this leaf? What is it? I don't know what this is. They don't eat it. How?
And also the reason why they sleep for 16 hours a day is because the toxins in the eucalyptus leaf basically act the same way that marijuana does to humans. So they're just stoned for like 16 hours.
That's what I realized. Koalas are just the fucking stoners of the world.
Yeah, they're just stoner bears.
Yeah.
That's all they are.
And the babies have to eat the mum's poop, right?
Yeah. I found this out at the SmashCon panel where koalas have to, when koalas are born, the mum needs to eat the eucalyptus leaves and shit it out.
Yeah,
right?
because the baby's stomach isn't strong enough to break down the toxins of the eucalyptus tree because it's technically toxic.
Yeah. How the fuck did this animal survive in Australia? One of the most dangerous places in the world in terms of wildlife. How the fuck does that happen? They literally lucked out by putting all their points to cuteness. Because if humans didn't exist, they'd be fucked, man.
Oh, yeah,
they'd be absolutely fucked.
Cuteness only from a distance, though, because, I don't know if you ever got, did you ever get really close to a koala?
Yeah, I got to touch it.
Does it not smell like shit?
Yeah, they all smelled really awful.
Yeah, they smell fucking horrible.
Do they actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they're literally born eating shit. So, of course, they're going to smell like shit as well.
There were a lot of maintenance to keep them happy, I think, as well.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah.
they'd just die. They're just like, fuck it, I'll die.
Yeah, guess I'll die.
Literally, they will.
They're too stoned to care, man. They're like, this fucking eucalyptus, man.
See ya.
Whatever, man.
I got to finally meet a giant tortoise as well. I was
yeah.
salivating at the thought.
Delicious.
Oh, it was hard holding back.
And you guys, I feel like you guys didn't even get to see the truly weird animals that we have.
No,
either.
we didn't.
I
But
don't
even
want it.
we only saw your base level animals, and those were fucking weird enough.
Yeah, because I remember you were freaking out about all the wild cockatoos, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the birds are crazy.
Yeah. Birds
yeah.
absolutely
Birds.
insane.
Yeah.
Also, birds they're cute as fuck.
Yeah,
honestly.
they're awesome.
Yeah, we need more exciting wildlife.
You
birds
guys,
in
you
the
guys
UK.
freaking out about the ibises was my funniest thing ever.
Because we're on the pigeon meta in the UK.
Yeah.
We've been on the pigeon meta for hundreds of years.
The pigeon and seagull meta.
Yeah, true.
I mean, we have seagulls as well near the
Even
beach.
your seagulls look way more aesthetic than our seagulls.
Really?
Yeah. They do.
What do your seagulls look like?
Hideous. Hideous.
I don't look at a seagull and go damn, that's a good looking bird though.
I didn't do that until I went to Australia and saw your seagulls. They're so slim, their beaks are nice and polished, they're actually clean. And I'm just like, what the fuck are the seagulls in England be eating? These seagulls been growing up in the fucking streets.
Well, they
man.
fight each other.
Yeah, they fight each other, right?
Every day in the UK, they fight.
Yeah, but Gon telling me about the ibises was so funny.
Yeah,
'cause
those are weird.
I never thought about how weird that must be to someone outside of Australia because I'm just so used to it.
What are the ibises again?
The bin chickens.
Oh, the bin chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
It's this, by the way, for those of you who
fucking
don't know.
weird.
Yeah.
It's just why? I'm surprised that Australia allowed them to exist.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when an animal gets too big, it just gets destroyed.
Yeah.
It gets destroyed.
Yeah, because
I said the reason why we can't fucking keep tigers alive because they're too big and easy to fucking capture.
True,
Yeah.
true.
And I feel like it's too big of a bird. It's not nimble enough.
It looks so weird as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, like I remember like the first time I saw it was actually walking right in the center of the streets of Sydney.
Oh, there's so many of them.
Yeah, there's so many. Because normally I'm used to just seeing pigeons and seagulls in a city. I'm not, and then I suddenly turn the corner and this massive fucking bird with a really long, a really long, slender, narrow beak, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
what the fuck is that?
Right. Can they fly?
Yo, is that a Pokemon?
Yeah, they can fly.
That?
They can fly. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
I'm pretty sure they can fly.
What's stop me from grabbing one? and running one?
Nothing. Honestly.
Is there any like do they have some ecological service that they do for the what do they get rid of pests?
They eat the trash, I guess.
Oh.
That's why they're called bin chickens, because they're always rummaging around in the bin.
You know, like,
they're basically the rats of Sydney.
Because like spiders get rid of flies and stuff. And
Yeah.
You know, what do bin chickens do?
Yeah.
I don't know. What a bin, look up the purpose of an ibis.
Like what ecological
It's in
role
my
do
next
they
book.
serve in the hierarchy?
I don't know. Like
To entertain us.
yeah.
Funny chicken.
to entertain
Dance.
to entertain foreigners.
Yeah, dance
Like,
chicken.
damn, what the hell is that? Yeah. No, like every time, I don't know, because I think I'm just so used to it that like every time if I'm like eating outside or something and there's just a bunch of ibises like walking around, I'll just be like, yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
You know, because like I haven't really ever seen or heard of an ibis like attacking someone or like someone getting
How
hurt
would it
from an
attack them?
ibis.
It's just got,
Oh, they got a long beak, so they just fucking stab
push its
them.
beak out the way.
It's like
What's it gonna do? It's gonna whoa.
just grab it by the beak.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like,
gonna wobble. It's gonna wobble. I don't know.
do you know what it is?
I figured that's
Oh,
what-
okay,
that's
okay.
normally what it is. Everything we hate gets rid of another insect that we hate.
I don't think I've ever seen an ibis on a farm though. They're always like near the coast, aren't they? Because they're like just like
don't ask me. I
I
just
don't
discovered
know.
what these things were a month ago.
I don't know. Like they're in the middle of the fucking city. I don't see a
Yeah.
farm in the middle of the city.
I think speaking of bin chickens and terrible meals in LA reminded me of this.
Yeah.
I went to medieval times in LA.
What's that again?
Oh, okay.
You ever seen medieval times? Do you ever watch Cable Guy,
No,
the movie?
No.
Jim Carrey,
No.
where's the cable guy?
no.
It's a really good
Do you
movie.
want to explain?
Yeah.
Right, so medieval times is this kind of
Is it like a Renaissance fair or?
it's like a pantomime performance where there's like an arena and there's like knights of different colors and the seating area is like a stadium, mini stadium.
Oh, cool.
They range into colors and
Yeah.
everyone gets a house color.
Right.
And you sit and you watch the performance and you get a meal, you get drinks as well. And so then these dudes come out in like white, red or whatever, and they all do like games to see who's the best knight.
Right.
And then they have a fight at the end to decide. It's all choreographed and
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
performance. And they all talk with British accents. And some of the actors nail it and some of them, oh God. There's this one actor who it sounded like Sylvester Stallone trying to do a British accent. It was so bad. And every time he spoke, I just couldn't because I was with Emily and Didas, I just couldn't stop laughing. And then they would start laughing because they're like, Connor, he's trying his best. And I'm like, this is so bad. It's so bad. But it was really fun. It was interesting. They're really fucking good at their job. Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it was a fun performance. I thought I was going to hate it because I was like, it seems really childish.
Was the meal any good or?
Oh God, no! It was awful. It was so.
What did you get?
I mean, to their credit, it was accurate to the 1200s. I gotta give them that.
I see.
Like, you don't get a knife and fork,
Right.
which I'm fine with. I didn't know that. So when I got a whole chicken and a garlic bread and a soup, I was like, I just like grab it. No, maybe did I get a knife? I don't think I got a knife.
Wait,
and
how the
fork.
fuck are you supposed to eat the soup? You just grab the plate and just like that, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Just use your cup with your hands.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. It was
Like
all,
a starving peasant.
Yeah. Literally, it was all with your hands because I remember they gave us like 2 moist towelettes and I was rationing them while trying to eat this full quarter chicken.
Right.
And there was no seasoning on this chicken.
Oh, no.
And this thing was bone dry.
Right.
Bone with a capital B, dry. Like
Well, that's what the
bone, all
soup is
capital.
for, right?
No, because the soup was just tomato soup. And it was like the exact kind of that if you had to mass manufacture tomato soup, that's the exact taste it was. And I'm not okay. Can I get this straight? I'm not complaining about the food because I expected it to be good. I know that when you go to a pantomime-esque thing, you're not going for the food.
Yeah, of course.
But if I could have had an option,
But he didn't expect to eat like a peasant.
if I could
An
have
actual
had,
peasant.
if I could have had an option to not eat the food and eat somewhere else, I would have done that.
Oh, it wasn't even an option to not have the food.
No, you get the food.
Oh.
and they gave us garlic bread, bro. And I tapped this on my glass and it went dong dong dong. Again, I don't care. I literally don't care. I just thought it was funny.
At least the show was good, right?
No, the show was great.
Oh,
Like, they were fucking
good,
awesome. Dude, they were really whacking each other with these metal swords because there was like sparks flying out.
Oh,
the
shit.
swords. It was hype as fuck. I got really into it. I was screaming.
Yeah.
Anyway, this chicken, I was like I was in like the Sahara Desert by the end of it. I was drinking. I had like a 4-liter beer as well. Guess how much it cost me?
4 liters?
It was like 3-liter beer. I'm exaggerating. 3 liters. It was a 3-liter beer.
Still, 3 liters is a
It was gigantic.
That's like what, that? Maybe?
It was fucking big.
Yeah.
Guess how much it cost me?
It's, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks maybe?
How much do you think it cost me?
I think about $30.
Yeah, it was $35.
Yeah.
For this beer. And I didn't know this because it wasn't well explained to me. Or maybe I'm just dumb. I didn't listen. So you pay 35 American goddamn dollars for
Not including tip.
I don't know if I had a tip. I was just at a bar.
Must have been like a service charge or something.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently you get to then refill that glass.
Okay.
I think you get to keep it. I didn't keep it because I didn't know that. But apparently
Wait,
you can
refill the glass with beer?
Yeah, right.
Well, then that's fucking
That's
worth it.
worth it.
Yeah.
No.
That's all you can drink for
You pay
$35.
for the refill.
How much is the
Oh,
refill?
I think like $8 or $9.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Right. But
I mean,
getting through 3 liters of beer in like an hour and a half show, how many beers can I chug?
Bro, like that wasn't even the worst though. Remember the fucking beer that I bought for everyone at the fucking mogul money? Remember how expensive that beer
was?
was?
Like a can of Corona for
It was
like
like a
$20.
can of Corona for like $18, and I'm just like, I bought 4. So we were all at Mogul Money,
Okay,
and
yeah,
I was
maybe
just
I
like,
shouldn't complain.
let's go to the bar and buy a can of beer because it's a show.
I was just shocked.
Yeah.
And I was just like, guys, don't worry, I got this one. I was feeling good that day. I got 4 tall boys of beer. It was like $96. I'm
Okay.
like,
All
what
right.
the fuck?
Okay, that's fair, but that's a stadium.
That's
price.
ridiculous.
I actually tried to. Okay, I didn't tell
I
you.
had to ration this shit out.
I didn't tell you boys this about what happens before you bought the beer.
Yeah.
Because the reason Joey bought all the beers was because to get into this venue, you either had to have like a clear bag, or you had to like put your bag into storage.
Or it was a small bag.
Or it has to be like a really, really small bag.
like a bum bag,
Yeah,
yeah.
so my bag was too big to go into the security.
And his bag is tiny. It was
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
tiny.
it was a really, really tiny bag. And so I was like, great, I'll just put my bag into storage. That's no problem. I'll bring out my credit card just in case I need to buy something. I put it in. And then only after I go into security do I remember, oh yeah, my ID was in that bag. And I
Right.
completely forgot to bring my ID. and so we go up, and it's actually pretty chill, right? It's not like we got grilled or anything like that. They just asked for ID. And so I tried to explain that, I didn't have my ID, but I'm fucking 32. Okay, I'm 32. I forgot my bag. I forgot my ID in my bag that's in a storage case, 10 minutes down away.
Ask me where I was at 9/11. I'll tell you, I promise.
And so they were like, "Do you have any kind of form of ID on you that we can take at all?" And I look at him, and I was just like, "Do you?" So this is gonna sound weird, but I have a Wikipedia article, and I have a famous.
Did you actually do that?
Did it work?
And they were like, "Oh, are you serious? Can I see it?" And so I load up my Wikipedia article, and I can see this guy just he looked at it and he was just like, "Fuck, is this a form of ID I can actually accept?" And he actually considers it for about like a minute or two, and I'm like, "Please, my guy, come on, look, I am actually 32," and he's just like, "Oh, sorry, I don't think I can accept
Oh
this.
my
But
God.
if you get someone else to buy it on your behalf, aka Joey,
Yeah.
then that'll be fine." So
Yeah.
that's why they allowed Joey to buy it for me.
You literally pulled the I'm kind of famous card.
Like this is the first time I've ever tried to flex the fact that
I
I
get it,
I
I
have
get
a
it.
wiki
What's
article.
the
Okay,
point in having a Wikipedia if you can't get some mileage out of it,
That I hope they fucking normalize that from now on though. Like if
Bro.
you got a photo there, dude, like that's photo ID, technically speaking.
Yo, famousbirthday.com? Yeah, come on.
My photo's there, my birthday's there.
God, I can't believe that's something I would do, not you. That's a me thing. That's not a you thing.
I was desperate for a fucking beer, okay? Because the reason is once we went in, we couldn't go back out, so there was no way I thought there was no way I could get a beer for this show, and I was like, I can't sit through a fucking 3-hour show sober. Are you kidding me? That's how un-British of me, you know.
True.
But
So
yeah, the beer was stupidly expensive.
Yeah.
I paid like $90 for 4 beers, and I'm just like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah.
That's where they're
Yeah.
making all their money, not these fucking
enough.
tickets.
Of course. Yeah.
I guess the medieval times one was good in comparison.
Oh yeah.
The medieval times was good though. It was a good show.
Yeah.
You should go sometime. It's fun.
No, I loved it. That sounds really, really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was surprisingly good.
Mm.
They did that whole thing at the start of the show where they read out everyone's birthday. And it was like,
Oh.
Timothy, 11 years old, congratulations. I was like, oh yeah, I'm on a kids thing, technically. That's good fun though.
Oh yeah.
Good piss up with the boys.
Yeah, hell yeah. That sounds fun. Yeah, we should definitely go next time.
Yeah. Going back to Australia though, one thing I did notice hanging out with Australians is that Australian sarcasm is just on a level that I've never seen before. Okay.
How so?
Because here's the thing. It's like you guys are constantly looking for the next target to prank. And you never talk about this verbally. But as soon as someone makes up a lie or jokes about someone or about something to a foreigner or something, everyone in Australia universally agrees to get in on this joke.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right? And that's why, like, one thing I didn't understand before going to Australia is like why every Australian just agreed to try to trick the world about drop bears.
Yeah.
Which what is like the drop bear law?
What do you mean trick? They're real.
This guy.
Like they pretend like people live in Australia. It's like weird.
Yeah, right.
Like, no one would live in a fucking desert.
No one lives there. It's a
Yeah.
simulation.
So when I saw this happening firsthand,
Yeah.
was we did a stream in Australia where like we found out what Tim Tam Slams were.
My favorite.